Hello.
Hello, Danielira. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I am scribbling.
Yeah, you
Uh,
always do.
I always do. Yeah, yeah. While you're setting up, I my fingers itch, so I try to scribble before we are ready to go live. So, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
Everything good?
Yeah, everything good.
How's the cheap webcam?
Terrible.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's
So
fine.
working as expected then.
Yeah. It's fine.
You know, I was looking for because I just have a regular 5D.
But I don't think you can stream
No, no,
from
no,
that
no,
one.
because that one has the 5D Mark II was the first one. That was the first 5D to have an HDMI output. Mine, the original 5D doesn't do video. Whoa,
You need help?
no, thank you. Um, well, I fixed the arm, my mic's arm.
Now your mic's on screen.
Yeah. Okay, we're good now,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Are we good?
Yeah. I hope it doesn't break. I don't know if it
No, it's a cheap arm, but it'll be
Okay.
fine. So the original 5D is a really good camera. I think it was an amazing camera for the time. I probably still is. Again, for the time, and this was how old was this? Maybe this is like 15 years ago that I got it, or maybe a bit more than that. And I still think it's a really, really, really good camera. And I thought, well, originally I thought maybe there's a way to bypass the image that comes from the camera to make it look like it's a video output, so we could pass it through OBS
Mhm.
as a webcam. But no, there's no, at least from what I read, there's no real way to use the 5D as a video output.
No, but it doesn't matter. I mean,
No,
I'm
no.
good with this webcam. It's not like I mean, the importance of the image is not what this webcam's showing.
I think it is
No. Because I mean,
paramount.
it's like a tiny image, so it's fine if it's not the best quality. I don't think it's
Um,
that bad.
um, we'll see. Maybe
No,
end of the year
no, I don't
we
think
could
it's necessary.
we could do it a little bit better.
Hmm.
Maybe end of the year.
No, but I don't think. I mean, um, I always joke that it's terrible, but
Oh, it is terrible though.
no, but I mean,
I mean, it's serviceable. It works, but it's it's not good. I mean, yeah, it could be better. Well,
well,
it's like everything. I mean, we've taken steps to make sure that what we do is a little bit better. Not like super pro um quality, but just a little bit better. And I think this would be another thing that we could try and do to make it just a little bit better.
yeah, but I wouldn't want the computer to kind of like can't handle
No, no,
the two
another
streamings.
video input. I wouldn't. No, it would be the same thing as I would guess it would be the same thing as a webcam. Honestly, it shouldn't. In terms of processing, I can't see how another video, a different video input would mean like a bigger load maybe on the processor. I don't know.
Because
I mean,
when
I
we
don't
were
know
trying
it for
to do
sure.
the two webcams,
Yeah, but that's like an OBS to webcams issue. That's not like a
okay,
computer issue. That's more of an OBS issue.
okay.
So, yeah, we can try. We can try. We can find a way, I feel.
I don't think it's a priority, but yes.
Oh, life is not a priority. So, I don't know what that means.
So,
No, but I was going somewhere with that. I was thinking that we could get like a used 5D Mark II, which, they
think that
are
would be
out there
more-
in the wild.
No, but I think that's more expensive
No,
than
no, no.
buying a
Nope.
webcam.
Well, you'd be surprised. No, well, then buying a webcam, yes, for sure.
Because you can buy a better webcam. It doesn't have to be like an amazing camera.
Yeah, but the thing is, I have like a couple of lenses from my Canon days that we can. I mean, we're using one right now, so we could use the lenses that we already have. We just need the body. So I'm pretty sure we could get like a used 5D in very good shape.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't be, super expensive, and that I'm also very sure that would be 1,000 times better than any webcam.
I don't know. I've read about very good webcams nowadays that
Most people,
streamers
yeah,
use.
but most streamers use a DSLR as a webcam.
Yeah. I've read that too.
Yeah, most streamers use like an actual, like nice camera as a webcam. So even though it seems like,
Overkill?
well, no. Even though it seems like, hey, it's a webcam, it's not really. It's usually like it could be anywhere from like, a $700 camera to like a $3,000 camera as a webcam. So, and with, I remember the streamer showing his setup, which is like, it is. I mean, in that sense, it is overkill. It was a Sony. It was the camera that we have.
As a webcam.
So Alpha 7 III as a webcam, and he had the zoom, the Sony 16-35 zoom,
Mm-hmm.
which is like a $2,500 lens.
But I'm
So-
sorry, but I have to ask.
Yes.
How many subscribers they have? Because maybe they earn a lot of money from YouTube, and that's why they can.
I forget. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure.
Because
sure.
I mean, if you're talking about like super big YouTube channels, well, they get a lot of income, so they
Yeah.
can
you know what's
buy
funny?
a lot of paintings.
PewDiePie uses like, sometimes he uses like the worst mics,
Mm-hmm.
and his setup is so archaic.
Yeah, but you've told me that that's like his thing.
I mean, he didn't
So-
really change much from when he started, which is pretty amazing. So the most successful YouTuber is not even close to having like the most professional
Complex.
of setups or
Yeah.
complex of setups. So yeah, there's a lesson there, I feel, to be had. But no, but
That's why I'm saying that we should keep this one.
yeah, no, but that's what I was thinking, something used. Because I actually don't mind contemplating buying something that's used that can be given like a repurpose and can be also like super good for what we're doing. So I don't know. It could work. We'll see. I like, that's the sort of thing that we have to see. Maybe when we're in the US end of the year, we
Mhm.
could do that. We could probably go to like a photo store maybe
Mhm.
around like the Houston area, and maybe they have used cameras. And the best thing with the used camera is to try it out first. I mean, you can
Mhm.
buy it used in whatever website you use, but it's good to at least try it out,
Mhm.
I feel. So we're gonna do like a very, very fair, so a fairy picture. She was studying this one afternoon, and I thought, oh, she's got that little triangle of light in the nose, in the schnoz that I love, and I was like, that's amazing. Nice pose, nice framing of the head with this like darker shape here. Nice gesture of the hand. This could be super open. And then trying to find, I always feel that with shapes, you can do very open shapes. And that's not a problem. So open, vague shapes. So generalized, softer edges, whatever you want to call it. And the trick to making them work is to find moments where there's a higher degree of contrast, and it could be contrast of anything. Contrast by complementaries, contrast by temperature shifts, contrast by value, contrast by saturation. It could be any sort of any sort of category of contrast. And the important thing is when you find that area of contrast, you have to hit it. Like it has to be perfect. It has to almost be like, bullseye. And if you do that, then this could be as open as you want. If those areas are like perfect drawing, like right in the right spot, right color, right everything, like that little area is going to make all the other big area work. And this could be super empty. So in this hand, this has like a tiny little cast shadow here. That's super, super cool because if I hit that, then all of these can be super open and they're going to read as fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And this bottom part, even though I don't have to do much because this kind of looks like the same value all over the place. I mean, it has little shifts, but it's the same value essentially. Then that's going to read as a hand. So it's really cool. I think who does that really well, just so that we can put it as a nice example. I mean, Alex Konevsky, I think it's a genius doing that. Very abstract ways of leaving things, let's say open, but also irregular, maybe. Alex, I feel is the, best at doing those two things.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Let me think. Maybe, and we could probably, what am I doing? So, Yuval Yosifov. She's a painter from Tel Aviv.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's amazing. She's really, really good. Like really, really, really good. So maybe we can we share her?
Of course, but wait.
Yeah, it's Guion al Piso.
I think it's easier for me to look for it here.
Okay.
No,
yeah,
but
you got
say
it.
it.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
¿Cómo es?
Oh, I thought you were going to use my my Instagram on the PC.
Sí, pero pues igual necesito.
Juvalit,
Ajá.
guión al piso, Juvalit, guión al piso.
Listo.
So her, or them, I'm sorry. And let me see, on the, kind of like the same line. Who would be? David Bird also. Or Bard? Maybe Bard. Baird? I don't know him. Have we exchanged messages? Let me see. No, we haven't. Super talented. David Bard. Yeah, I think they are very, very similar. I mean, in the best of ways. I mean, they are, an ocean apart. But they seem to have a ton of very sensible, like synchronicities, I guess. So,
Yeah,
so can
already.
you see David's?
Yeah,
Okay,
I already posted.
perfect. So I guess both of them, to me, are amazing painters. They're super, super talented, super good. And Alex has always been my reference for this because I guess he was, and he still very much is, just a person I look up to. He was a person I looked up to when I was younger, and he's still very much so a person I look up to today. I don't think, with great painters, I don't think you outgrow them. You really don't. Maybe you kind of shift in terms of likes, your dislikes, your interests, what moves you. Maybe you change as a human being quite dramatically. But I think that they, great artists remain constant. and for me, it's amazing because time can pass, and Alex is always somebody that I'm going to be just really, really aware of. So, but I think the two artists that we're also mentioning today, they are super, super talented. So Yuval and David are just wonderful people to have also as this sort of lighthouse when you're trying to, or when you're attracted about bigness and then hitting just small areas that seem to be crucial to how that image reads.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are, as good a reference as you can have. So if you don't know them, check them out. David, I'm so sorry, David. I don't really know if he listens to what we do. Probably not. But David Bard, maybe Bard. It's Baird. So I've never seen that last name. So maybe it's like Bard, or Bayard. I don't know.
No sé.
No sé. And Yuval Yosifov. So amazing. Both of them amazing painters. So let's do our painting. I got my titanium white right before we started the live.
Yeah.
So I just got it from the mail. So I'm very excited.
Oh, I didn't ask. Do you have your brushes?
I did, because I was working on our portrait rewards.
Yeah.
Before. So
Okay.
yeah, but thank you, Danielira.
No. Okay.
Thank you very much, Danielira.
No, you're welcome.
So let me squiggle a few of these, and
So while you do that, can we say hi? Maybe.
of course.
So Cody Winnicky was saying hello. Can't stay, but glad to catch the beginning here.
Oh, thank you, Cody.
Hi, Cody.
Have a great
Good luck with your class.
Or day, rest
Yeah.
of the day, whatever you're doing.
Margo Delgado y Darian Gallardo estaban diciendo hola. Entonces, hola
Buenas
para
tardes
Darian y
a
para
los dos.
Margo. Nicholas Mijarovich was saying hey everybody. Gav was saying hey.
Okay, you went with Nicolas.
Nicola.
Oh.
No, Nicola Smijarovich.
Oh, that's why it sounded like Nicolas.
No. Yeah. The artsy nurse said hi all fellow painters and artsy people.
Oh.
Hey, how are you? I think
I'm
they're
gonna-
new here.
Yeah, and I want to believe that they are indeed an artsy nurse,
Mm-hmm.
which would be awesome. Which I have met a few nurses
Oh,
that are wonderful painters.
was Anastasia or someone?
No, and not Anastasia. No. But her friend was.
Uh-huh.
Her good friend was.
Her friend, exactly. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was mistaking them both.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember, yeah. Marcelo Peralta was saying hi everyone. Oops, caps again. Sorry. No, don't worry. It's
Yeah.
your excitement saying hi.
Yeah, but don't. If you just got into the room, don't yell.
Aldo was saying thank you so much, Nicolas, for the painting you made of me. It's perfect.
Aldo, did you like it? Merci, Aldo. I hope you liked it. I had a blast painting you, and I think you're very. I took a liberty, if you don't mind, Aldo, where I actually did it in a split page. It's actually 2 pieces of paper, and there's like a piece of tape here that goes down that's kind of like your blue shirt.
I think that's like the coolest.
But I just
part
wanted
of
that
it.
split, and I want it to be just a little bit weird. I mean, there's nothing weird about just having 2 pieces in a single painting, but I just really like that tiny. I mean, these are the dumb things that I think about, but I really like that tiny bit of tension that that little kind of gap creates. And I thought that, you're a young dude. I thought it was super awesome that you sent all those pictures. And I was like, I am pretty sure that he's going to feel it's cool if I take this risk. So I allowed myself to do it, but trust me, in my brain, I was asking for your permission. And I was hoping that you'd be cool about it. But I think the painting came out super, super cool. I think your portrait here, it's really nice. And then the shapes here in the... now I'm painting like Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
here.
I thought about that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm painting Rick. But the shapes of your hair here are super, super cool. So I really like the framing and then just those kind of... I don't know.
Now it
this
kind
sounds
of looks
weird, but
like
it's totally your paint. It's totally your portrait.
it kind of looks like the now no, but before it looked like the Angry Beavers. I don't know if that was the name.
You know, that's
yeah, I think we
not
we
a
talked
reference
about
to me.
that.
Yeah.
But you know how they look.
I know what they look like. I've never ever seen anything with them.
Oh, Gav Gav was saying, Danny, it's Katya. Hi, Katya.
Belilovsky.
Nice to have you here. Because Katya was asking today when were we gonna do a live stream.
Oh,
so
awesome.
I told her that today.
Awesome.
I'm happy Katya is here.
Of
so
course,
please
always.
say hi to Yuri from us. Let's see. Oh, because I don't know if I told you, but they tasted something similar to bocadillo.
Yeah.
Called membrillo.
Yeah.
They really liked it.
It's not
told
quite
me.
the same. I remember tasting that fruit or the jam of that fruit.
Yeah.
And it is, I mean,
it's similar.
I guess.
Because I read it similar to guava, but
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. How do you explain how maybe something is similar but not quite?
just like that.
Yeah, but because fruits sometimes are like colors. I don't know. Like if you think about it, when you say, what does an apple taste like? I don't know, like an apple. There's no way to compare it with anything really.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's like a sweet celery.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, so what does a celery taste like? Well, like a boring apple. I don't know.
No, but celery
Fiber.
doesn't taste
No,
like
celery
an
is pretty good.
No,
I'm a
and
big
it
fan of
doesn't
celery.
taste like apple.
Not
at
like
all.
boring. I mean, if an apple is boring.
I
I don't know. It's just like a crunchy. I thought of like crunch.
Okay.
Although the texture shouldn't really matter in terms of taste. But, and I was describing like the texture. But anyways, my point is like, you can't, it's really very, very hard to
Yeah,
try.
but I mean, it's like the most similar thing they have to bocadillo.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like
No, it's a good,
pretty similar way to
yeah,
to
yes, yeah.
taste the cheese and bocadillo combination. I
It's,
told them that the next step has to be hot chocolate with cheese. Also
that's-
very
well,
Colombian.
that one's,
delicious. And that's, I mean,
yeah,
you can
I don't
do
really
it everywhere.
feel that one is like even controversial. It's like,
I do think
it
it
sounds
is.
weird to people, but it's like, come on.
Yeah, but
People put marshmallows in that
yes,
thing. So
but cheese, I think that for us that
yeah,
here in Colombia we grew up eating that.
yeah.
It's super normal and it's delicious. But when people try to figure out the taste of hot chocolate, like hot cocoa
Yeah.
and cheese, like a melting cheese, I don't know if they can. So maybe it's kind of controversial, but it's delicious. So
Can't see it. But maybe
Um,
you're right. You're right.
oh, Ranar is also here. So hi, Abby. Abby was saying, Katia, it's Abby.
Menorca represent.
Yeah. It's like a flashback. Javi Hav was saying, hello, hi, good afternoon. Hi, Javi, how are you? Julian Cabrera was saying, hi, I'm getting addicted to your content, guys. Hehe.
What?
I was waiting yesterday for a stream. I even postponed my Willense nap. Glad to be on this one, thanks.
No, pero tranquilo. Se puede hacer la siesta si quiere. No hay problema.
Pero qué chévere que entonces Julián se va a volver una compañía frecuente para nosotros acá.
Sí, y ¿sabe dónde avisé, Julián? En el Instagram. Qué pena que no hice como un post ahí en el canal,
Ujú.
pero pues normalmente nosotros como que utilizamos o no, ¿cómo quiero decir eso? O sea, utilizamos tanto los
Usamos
canales de
todos los
YouTube
canales de
como los de Instagram.
conversación.
Exacto.
Utilizamos todas las plataformas como canales de conversación.
Sí, perfecto.
¿Sí? ¿Perfecto o es como solo por echarme?
No, echarte flores
Sí.
siempre, yo.
No,
Siempre.
nunca.
Sí. Echarte
No,
afuera.
Nicolás, sí.
No, gracias, Dani, sí. Es que iba a decir, o sea, estaba yo re perdido. Iba a decir intercambiablemente. O sea,
Pero puedes decir que son intercambiables los canales de conversación y ahí estabas bien.
sí, pero quería usar un adverbio, entonces me compliqué solito.
Y Julián entonces siempre tiene Willense nap, siempre tiene que hacer siesta.
¿Y qué es lo que almuerza para que tenga que echarse una siesta tan obligada?
Pero es que yo creo que eso también es muy regional. O sea, en Sevilla Valle, donde es mi papá, mis abuelos, también es siesta todo el tiempo. O sea, incluso uno a veces va a una tienda y es como, no, está cerrada. Y yo me acuerdo que nosotros decíamos, ay, ¿y eso? Y mi abuela era, pues, es la hora de la siesta. Entonces,
Muy europeos
hacen
allá
la
en
siesta.
Sevilla.
Sí. Pues es Sevilla. Algo tiene por allá.
Algo
Algo más allá del nombre.
tenía
Fausto Soler
Ujú.
dice saludos, maestro.
Sin el maestro Fausto, tranquilo. Solo Nicolás y Daniela está perfecto.
No, el
O no
saludo
sé si a
iba
ti te
para ti.
guste el maestra.
No, pero el saludo iba para ti.
¿A ti te gusta el maestra?
Yo no soy maestra en nada.
¿What?
Pues graduada maestra en artes visuales, sí.
Ah, gracias, igual
Pero-
que yo.
Pero maestra no.
Pues tú y yo somos en la misma medida maestros.
No, porque tú fuiste maestro. Tú fuiste
De obra.
profesor.
Y sí, empañeté un baño.
Pero no. Catherine was saying hi, everyone. Hi, Catherine.
Hey, Catherine.
The consulate was saying, hola a todos, what's the size of the paper? So it is 42 by 30 centimeter paper. So A3? is the one-
A3 size, yes.
Manu was saying bonjour. Hi, Manu. How are you? Lauren Carter Bridge was saying, I finally got to catch you live. How magnificent. Welcome, Lauren.
Hey, Lauren.
Happy to have you.
Yeah, I don't think Lauren has ever been in one of our lives.
No.
Forced to be reckoned with.
Caqueiro. Or, ¿cómo se dice? Como
No sé
cliente
para dónde vas.
frecuente.
Cliente frecuente. Pregúntale a
como-
ella. Ella es.
No. Caqueiro, our recurrent
Okay, go.
companion.
Okay.
Hola, Cacaíto.
Or your cousin.
Or my cousin.
Yeah, that's
Who
pretty.
I'm very happy, and I want to say it out loud.
Out loud.
Because she's always here with us, and it means a lot to me.
Very grateful.
Thank you,
yes.
Caqueiro. I love you, Caqueiro.
Okay.
Sam was saying, can you shift from form? So can you shift form without temperature?
Can you shift form? Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah. Imagine painting somebody inside a volcano, which is going to be my case when I'm about 70. What's
No,
the
don't say
age?
a number.
I'm going to say 78.
No,
Danny.
that's too little for me. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but no, this is my decision.
No.
So we've had this conversation how I'm going to jump into a volcano.
No.
My last act of defiance as a human being, I'm gonna scream, probably use all the money that I have saved up. I'm sorry, Danny, I'm not leaving you anything. I need to pay out the helicopter
No, because that's gonna be
pilot
super young for
that's
me.
going
So no.
to fly over an
Maybe
active
when
volcano.
I'm
Maybe in
78.
Hawaii, I'm thinking.
When I'm 78,
No, when you're 78, I'm gonna be like in
95.
a glass of, in a jar of formaldehyde. What are you talking about?
I will carry you
No.
everywhere
No, well, my bones.
to my
My bones.
yoga classes.
Oh, Jesus. No, I don't want to go to that. Don't bring me there. That's boring.
I don't know why I'm assuming I would do
So-
yoga.
Let's go back
I've
to
never
the
done
color
yoga, so-
question. So when I'm 78 and I'm about to jump into my volcano, A volcano. It's not my volcano. I can't claim nature. So I'm going to pay off the helicopter pilot. I'm going to strip naked in the helicopter. That's super important. I mean, if you're going to jump into a volcano, last thing you want is for your like jeans to like stick to your skin. That would be gruesome, I feel. And I'm going to jump out, maybe like swan dive. Wonderful. It's going to be so, beautifully classy. Just imagine like a slow-mo sequence in a Scorsese movie. Just that's going to be my jump. And but imagine me. I mean, I'm never going to reach the inside of the volcano. I think if you jump into a volcano, do you reach lava or do you burn before? So this has got to do a lot with painting. But anyways, imagine if we were able to reach the inside of the volcano.
No, but
so
I think
magma, lava.
Of course you would burn before.
I think you do. But imagine that we could. Imagine. We are Anakin Skywalker, just to keep it like Obi-Wan, theme, consistent with the show that's not really that good. But anyways.
Oh my God,
I am stretching this, but whatever. So you are inside of a volcano. Everything is warm in that volcano. Everything. There's no coolness anywhere. So what happens to you? Do you suddenly become formless? I mean, formless maybe. You're going to be ash. You're going to be molten lava in like a second. But do you not turn in space just because everything is warm? Because where's the coolness coming from? Imagine that the crater is so far up high that there's no real light, no real cool light coming in. So you're just surrounded by, rock and lava and redness and orangeness and just heat. Do you not turn in space just because there's no temperature shifts? No, of course not. So you can still behave like a shape, even if every single shift in form has to be described by warmness. So that was a very long-winded way of saying yes.
You could
of saying no. Of saying yes, form can turn without needing contrast in temperature.
You could have said if you have a super controlled tinted light.
Yeah.
In a controlled space.
Yes, I could have.
And yeah.
I totally could have.
But
chose.
Susie Love Art Page said, "What did I walk into?" LOL.
I could have, Danny. But
I don't even know what you walked into.
But
Susie,
I talk about the volcano jump.
No, I don't want to think about that.
You don't have to. That's not going to be you jumping.
No. I hope I'm not alive at the moment.
I mean, we have to respect each other's wishes. So, and I like that it's like this last act of defiance, and I'm just going to be this like speck of nothingness, just jumping and yelling, "Ah!" And that's it. And that's it. It's so cool. I think it makes sense with my life.
Julia Tovar dice hola.
Who is that?
Hola, Julia. ¿Cómo estás? Conan was saying hello to Nicolas, Danny, and everyone. Nice to catch you live. It's late night here in Dubai and no work tomorrow. Best time to watch you.
Best day ever then. Yeah, we don't do Fridays a lot. So
nope.
I miss doing Fridays.
Yeah, but we also need Fridays.
We also need Fridays.
To do different things. Yeah. Exactly. Also work related.
Stare at my figures.
Yeah.
Important stuff.
I was doing, attempting to do the visual correspondence.
How is that going?
No, terrible. I mean, I always say I'm struggling.
Well, we all struggle.
Nothing compares to this time. What?
Nothing compares to Sinead O'Connor. That was a terrible reference.
Nothing compares to this time because I think I've started the same thing.
Yeah.
So many times. And the problem is that like the structural part of it.
Yeah.
isn't working. Because I don't have, I mean, everything would be super easy if
Mhm.
I had like a miter saw. But
A what?
a miter saw.
I don't know what that is.
A saw? A
Like
kind
a
of
table
a table saw? Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go.
But the ones that it's like a circle one. I think I've shown you the pictures. It has like a table down and you can cut in angles
With a grip.
with a grip. Yeah. Yeah, because it's a saw.
No. With a grip and a hinge.
Yeah,
go
and you just
zzz.
and you
zzz.
take it down. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I'm doing everything by hand.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yes, finally, after like sweating like crazy trying to cut wood,
Yeah.
and it doesn't match. So
Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about. So.
yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk anymore, but I know that we're not gonna have visual correspondence this Monday.
Okay. Do
So-
you think we can have a video or do you need the time, do you feel?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
So, Airam Arlak dice Dr. Pepper 22 sabores. No sé si lo leí en... O sea, no sé si tenía un contexto en el que entendería de qué estaban hablando, pero estoy muy perdida.
No, pero me gusta solo saber eso. No quiero saber nada más. Solo quiero imaginarme que alguien entró y escribió Dr. Pepper 22 sabores y se fue. Fantástico.
So I googled,
Okay, what is that?
googleé, porque era en español.
Ah, sí.
Dice que es que, o sea, no eran 22, sino 23. Dice que Dr. Pepper tiene 23 sabores, o sea, tiene 23 mezclas de sabores distintas adentro. Entonces
Ajá.
creo que eso es como cuando tú tratabas de describir, estoy pensando que de pronto lo dijeron cuando decías que a qué sabe una manzana.
Mm.
Entonces, que lo difícil que es describir comida. Y yo no tenía ni idea que Dr. Pepper tiene, voy a leer todo.
Sí, no es necesario, ¿no?
Cola, cherry,
Para nada. O sea,
licorice,
no hay ninguna
amaretto,
necesidad.
blackberry,
De
caramel,
todo lo que
pepper,
podríamos estar,
anís,
como diciendo,
zarzaparilla,
por ejemplo,
zarzaparilla,
es decir cosas así.
ginger, molasses,
Ujú.
lemon, plum, orange, nutmeg, cardamom, allspice, coriander, juniper. I have no idea what that is. And birch and prickly ash.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we just wasted like 15 seconds of life.
Well, and yeah, no.
Yeah.
I was gonna
What?
say
Oh,
something, but-
you were going to say something about my story of the
Yeah.
volcano?
I was gonna say and have an hour with your over description to say that figure and form do turn
Yeah, but
without
our
temperature
friend, what was their name? I'm sorry?
the
The person that asked?
it was, let me check. Sam.
So I think Sam is always going to remember that story.
Yeah.
So,
No, yeah, it was not that bad.
no, it's a bad story, but he's always going to remember it. That's the point.
Camilo Monroy dice buenas tardes, Nico y Dani.
Hola, Camilo.
Hola, Camilo. ¿Cómo
Un
está,
abrazo, Camilo.
Julián Cabrera dice, no hay problemas, molestando. Igual dormí un ratico después. Voy a seguirlos en Insta, jeje. La siesta es ley en mi casa, jaja. El calor abate. ¿A cuánto están ahorita de temperatura ya, Julián? Y yo quiero saber,
Mm,
¿siesta de cuánto?
mm.
Porque
Una
yo
siesta
no he podido siesta.
mínimo 1 hora, yo creo que tiene que
Yo
ser
no puedo
una
siesta. Hoy en día ya nunca. Pero cuando lo intenté, cuando estaba muy cansada, cuando trabajaba de noche, yo decía, no voy a hacer una siesta en la tarde.
Mm.
3 horas
Te
dormida.
levantabas a desayunar.
Me levantaba así, no sabía dónde estaba, qué día era,
El siguiente.
cuántos años tenía, nada.
Más
Sí,
vieja.
horrible. Lauren Carter Bridge said, no, never. I have the videos on the day after most days. While I've never know how to pronounce that.
What's that?
Como WHILST?
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 Yeah. Whilst?
No, whilst I paint. Whilst I paint.
Oh, Jesus. Now
Just-
I'm thinking that I don't
think it's
really
whilst.
know.
No, whilst? Because I was going to say whilst.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's whilst.
You said whilst.
Well, I'm sounding it out because I'm not sure. I don't say whilst.
Whilst.
It's a very formal thing,
Yeah.
you know.
So, I have the videos on the day after, most days,
British.
whilst I paint.
Pointless. Yeah.
Just listening, keeping me company. Because your live is in the evening here for me. So what time is it there, Lauren? And if you don't mind, can you tell us where are you? Javi Hav was asking, will jumping into the volcano make you a boiled ghost?
Oh my God.
I knew you were gonna love that.
Oh my God. Everything makes sense in my life.
Everything.
Oh, I so love Javi Hav. Thank you so much. You don't know how happy I am right now.
Susie Love Art page was saying, P.S. I love your vids. Thank you, Susie. Sam was saying, so Sam, that was making the question about temperature,
Yeah.
was saying, thanks for that answer, haha. May I ask, why do you believe in... No.
Ghosts? Boiled ghosts?
Why do you believe Nicolas Amori
Okay.
glazes? And how can you tell if someone does?
How do I believe? Oh, no.
Why do you believe Nicolas Amori glazes?
Oh, I mean, I believe it, but I'm fairly certain that he does. Just looking at the surface of his paintings, it's very... I mean, for one, he's trying to be super referential to Baroque painting. And in, I mean, most every single Baroque painting, there is a certain degree of glazing. Maybe not glazing, as in heavily glazed like an early Titian, but there is glazing for sure, like 100%. You could be Rembrandt or you could be Rubens. It doesn't matter. Like in Baroque painting, there is a degree of glazing, which means that there was a base painting where there was a ton of lead white, a lot of lead white, like heavy lead white layer of paint, and a lot of the colors. I mean, the way we understand color, which is these blobs of paint, that was so not the way they understood color. Like for us, a color is just a thing that you squeeze a tube and it just kind of squirts out. It just kind of rings and squiggles out. It's warmish, it's caterpillar-ish, in shape. But back then, no, colors had like a completely different body. It was very, very different. The thickness of a color was was vastly different from what we understand as thick. So what could be the closest kind of like correspondence that we could find to, let's say, a blob of white, of titanium white, was the lead white that they would use. But remember, they would use that lead white almost always kind of like as a part of an underpainting. Like a lot of the body in Baroque painting came from underneath. It wasn't from adding and adding painting on top. A lot of it was done underneath, and then subsequent layers were very, very transparent or semi-transparent, let's say. And they could be seemingly thick paint, but they would never have the body that the sort of underpainting with the lead white would have. So what Samori does is pretty much that. I'm very, very sure. I've seen videos of him working. I haven't seen him paint or talk about his technique, but just looking at the final layer of the painting, it seems very much so that sort of painting. So just modeling, a lot of the modeling that's going on happens in, what is pretty much like a monochrome layer. It could be a grisaille or it could be earth and ground. Your ground, an earth tone, and your lights and the gradation of your lights done with the lead white or whatever white he uses. And then it's a lot of just, modeling through semi-transparent or transparent glazing, for sure. For sure. That's the most effective way he signals, the sort of artwork that he is referencing. So, yeah, for me, there's no doubt. So, again, I haven't seen any of his paintings aside from really good reproductions. I have seen him in videos work. And I haven't read anything where he describes his process. But just by looking at a paint layer, you can learn a lot of how a painting is done. And I really feel it's an easy bet to say that that's what he does.
Adrián García dice, hermosa transmisión en vivo, aprendiendo del maestro. Saludos desde Ecuador.
¿Cuál es el maestro?
Muchas gracias, Adrián.
Muy amable.
Saludos hasta Ecuador.
Hasta Ecuador.
Lauren Carter Bridge was saying, I'm in the UK, so it's 8:30 p.m. Danny, your wild was right, but yes, it's a useless British thing. Haha. And Lauren was also saying, metering by hand, Danny, you're a goddess, it's hard. No, so, I was trying to cut angles to connect some things, but it's not like I'm super good and just use like a chisel and a hammer, or however you call that. How do you call that? Like rubber hammer. That you
I think
use
a rubber
chisel.
mallet. Rubber mallet.
Maybe, yeah. No, I use a hand miter saw. So I'm gonna show it. I think it's easier that way.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna take it out.
Show and tell. This became show and tell. No, but thank you, Lauren. Big hug. Hope you're doing well. Family's doing well.
So I use this one.
Oh, it was right. Yeah, right. It was right here.
I have it in the closet here. So it's like this. I'm showing it the other way. And it has like the
guides, maybe?
The guides, exactly. So you just cut according to the guides you want. But the thing is that it's not as accurate.
It's not really accurate, to be honest.
I'm not as strong
don't
do it like 1,000 times until maybe some pieces fit. So
I don't think it has to do with strength, Danny. You're plenty strong. I just don't
put
think
like super hard music, not like a hard genre, but the volume super
death
hard.
Metal.
And I try to get the rhythm of it.
Okay.
And I say to myself, like, I can't stop moving my arm, like cutting, until the I don't know, the chorus of the song.
Okay, so that's
Is that the way to pronounce it?
Chorus, yeah.
Chorus, yeah.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So that's how I get through it.
Yeah, but we are very primitive with the tools that we have, and you're amazing because with what little that we have, you're able to do the things that you do, which speaks about how resourceful you are. But yeah, I wish for us we could have, for you mostly, we could have like I don't care about a studio, but just like a workshop for you. I wish we could have that.
Also, because I could buy it. The thing is that I don't know how would I use it, because we live in an apartment.
We would use it loudly.
No,
that's how we would use it.
Yeah, but I don't think that's okay.
Well,
so
it's not like you're not going to
why-
be cutting stuff like every day at 6
Yeah, but
in
it's
the morning.
also like a super bulky thing.
So let's have a super bulky thing in the
No,
living
you know
room.
what?
Who cares?
No, because I decided today, like I'm gonna work with the things I have
Mm-hmm.
because I know that it can work like that. I mean, I know it can. And I was thinking about uh years ago,
Oh yeah.
people didn't have machines and they did crazy things.
Yeah.
So
Jumping into volcanoes.
I'm not gonna like let that be an obstacle. I'm just gonna work through with what I have. So
You know me. I always think that that's good, but I do think that there are certain things that we could get. Even though I know that, sometimes it's frustrating that we have to have things that are, from our work. Also, like we can't separate really our spaces. So where we work is where we live, and I know that I mean, it doesn't bother you really because you're never a person to think like, oh, why are we going to put this here? No, you're awesome in the sense that you understand that this is our living/working space. But I wish you could like let yourself just have that, and if we have to move it around, lug it around, and hide it somewhere, then we do that. But if you feel like you need it, like we can get it, and if it makes noise,
no, because I mean, I get what you're saying, but you also know that I love art, producing art. I mean, I'm an artist, but I also really love like having my house as I want it to be. Because I really like interior design and all that stuff.
yeah,
So I like my house feeling the way I want it to be, because if it was like full of work in every single space,
yeah,
like my brain would be just like I couldn't handle that.
no,
That's
I get
why
it.
I always end up like when I end my working session, if I'm sculpting or whatever, I try to put everything in order so my brain can know that now I'm gonna rest, you know? Because if
Yeah.
I have everything around me talking about that work that's in process, I can't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I get super saturated. So,
yeah,
no, but trust me. I mean, this morning I was like, no, I mean, I can't do it. So I was like powering up, pumping up myself.
listening to that death metal.
No, no. Actually, I was listening to some podcast. But yeah, while crying. Whilst
Oh,
crying.
oh, really?
No, I wasn't crying. No, I was joking. I mean, I cry easily, but no, I wasn't
Very.
crying. What?
Well, no. I'm not saying I'm not saying this as a. I'm saying it as a fact.
Uh-huh.
Like you cry very easily.
No, easily.
Well,
I
I'm not
wouldn't
saying
say
like
easily.
I'm not saying like if I like put my finger in your nose, like, oh, there she goes again, she's crying. I don't know where. I don't
Well,
know
if you
why I
put
went there.
your finger in my
no,
nose, maybe I would.
Yeah, that's
Cry,
like
'cause-
that was the worst
yeah.
example. That's worse than the volcano.
Yeah.
No. But you could be seeing like a sad commercial and you cry,
I'm super
which is
extra
fine. I'm not.
sensible.
Yeah, I'm not. By the way, there's no judgment. Like, cry all you want. Like this is it's all you.
But
Like,
it's not like I cry when we talk or when we
Well-
argue. No.
no.
It's more like I'm seeing a video on Instagram
or like
and I cry.
Yeah.
Or I see a commercial and I cry.
Or
Or
a
I
song.
listen to a song
Yeah.
in Portuguese, which
Oh,
I
Jesus
really
Christ.
don't get.
Yeah.
And I
you
cry like
Yeah.
crazy. So
Yeah. Or you're in the shower thinking about something
and I cry.
and you cry.
Yeah.
Shower, hide my tears.
And then
please.
I hyperventilate.
Yeah, I know. Maybe
I
these
start
things are true.
screaming.
Maybe these things are true.
And I start screaming for you to
Not
help me
screaming,
because I
but,
think that
You know?
I'm going to die. in the
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
we're oversharing, but yes.
I mean, you started. I have no
So, yeah. So, this is maybe
limit.
you cry easily.
Yes.
Again,
So,
this is not a weakness. No, this is just a fact.
yeah, but like jokes aside,
Yeah.
I was replanning what I'm going to do. So
Okay.
I'm still gonna do what I was intending to do. Yeah. But I'm gonna make it easier for me
Good.
regarding the cuts and like the joints. I don't know how to say it
Yeah.
without giving out. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Julián Cabrera dice unos 30 a 33 grados normalmente.
Uf, qué calor.
En la mitad y final del año podemos llegar cerca de los 40.
¿Y en
sí.
dónde?
Sí. Como así, Nicolás.
¿En Neiva? Dijo.
Acuérdate que era la siesta. Ay, se me olvidó a mí también cuando lo estaba diciendo. Huilense.
Sí, pero ¿en dónde?
Siesta
¿En el Huila?
huilense. No sé.
Solo para saber.
Que nos diga Julián. ¿En qué parte específica del Huila? Y
Sí.
dice, la siesta de 30 a 45 minuticos nomás. Y eso sí.
No, uno cómo duerme
Sí,
30
yo no
minutos.
entiendo.
Eso es abrir y cerrar los ojos.
Y yo no entiendo cómo se levanta uno con más energía. De verdad, yo me levanto brava. O sea,
Yo me levanto
desubicada.
con mal aliento.
Pero estamos
no sé.
hablando de la siesta, no en general. Mentira.
Ah.
Liad was saying, what? A Friday stream and YouTube didn't notify me?
What?
Hello. Hi, Liad.
Liad, you gotta ring that bell.
Yeah.
Come
You
on.
have
We
to.
don't have to say this to you. But come on.
Julián nos dice que en Neiva.
Bueno.
The Cons Leech was saying, I'm shocked by the volcano story because I decided to exit the same way already decades ago. Only that I will use my paraglider.
Oh,
I will spiral into the volcano.
nice.
Don't know which one yet. Nice ones in Colombia?
A couple of active ones, yes. Yeah, I'm choosing Hawaii though. You know, I want to see the big crater just spewing lava. I want to see that cad red, that puddle of cad orange and cad red.
Julia Tovar
Who is that?
dice, wow, casi todos tienen que ver con muerte. Boiled ghost, lasaña cadaver. It keeps dying.
What?
Que casi fue el principal. Our painted lives.
What?
Workout de pronto cabría, pero sería más forzado.
¿Cuál es el otro que dijo?
Lasaña cadaver,
Lasaña
boiled
cadaver,
ghost.
boiled ghost.
It
sí.
keeps dying.
Keeps dying.
Acuérdate que yo
Ayer,
dije.
yesterday.
Sí.
Yeah, I'm a very I have to say I think about not morbidly, but I'm
No,
quite
I don't want to
existential.
get there. I'm sorry.
Quite
No.
existential.
Nope.
I think about it all the time.
I never.
Never.
No, I'm super
Never.
afraid of it. Yeah, I don't want to talk
No,
about it.
I think you don't invoke death if you talk about it.
No, but
It's
I
not
just don't like
Beetlejuice.
the topic.
It's I think it's totally fine to talk. It's like it should be like talking about football.
Yeah, it should be, but it's not for me. So
Okay. I'm going to respect that though. But
yeah,
you know that I'm
you know me. I just get like weird out. I don't.
Yeah. We don't want any crying.
Camilo Monroy was saying, decía, ahí vamos, me gusta mucho cómo va este cuadro.
Muchas gracias, muy amable, Camilo. Todavía empezando. Vamos a ver.
MER was saying, the saw doesn't make that much noise, only when you make a cut, which
Yeah.
takes a few seconds. Yeah, but it takes also a lot of space.
But, temporary space. We could find solutions.
No,
Maybe not super elegant
not
ones.
for now. No. I mean, I get it, and thank you, but no, I think that I'm fine as I
No,
am.
you decide. Like, this is all you. I just want you to feel like I wouldn't care. I think it would be great. Like, if you tell me I need X, then we will live with X. Whatever that is. Like, if you tell me
10 dogs.
well, no, that's 10x. So no, but if you tell me, oh, I had these people that are gonna help me. They're gonna bring this like tree trunk, which I'm gonna carve. Like it's gonna be right in the middle of the living room. I'd be like, let's go. I just want you to know that I'll always be like, let's do it.
Thank you. No, that's super sweet, but I think I'm good. As we are right now.
Okay.
Stu Tony said, do you approach painting differently if working on it multiple sessions or days?
Maybe a little bit, but I think I try to always be my boldest at the beginning. So that I don't think changes. So what I've noticed during these exercises, let's call it, that we've done throughout the past couple of years, is that it's always better for me to be at my boldest, when I'm doing them. So that, in that sense, yeah, they don't change. Like my approach doesn't change. Maybe technically, sure, the things that I do in subsequent layers will change a little bit. But as far as just my willingness to be a little bit bolder at the beginning, which is, I feel, the most important moment of the painting, yeah, that's always going to be the same.
Margo dice, tengo una igualita para hacer cortes a 45 grados para bastidores y marcos, pero no me salen bien. Es muy frustrante. Es muy frustrante.
Pero hay soluciones. O sea, existen.
Es muy frustrante, pero yo
existen
encontré
cosas.
una solución y es no hacer uniones, no hacer esa unión así. Es que no quiero dar más detalles, pero
Bueno, sí.
no hacer
Si
una
no
unión
quieres-
así, sino de otra manera que sé que igual me puede funcionar.
Ah, fantástico, perfecto. Si sientes que... A mí
Sí,
me
lo que
encanta
pasa
cuando
es que
tú eres...
yo quería ir por lo más como refinado, como una unión así perfectica, pero dije no, o sea, la manera más fácil de unir no es esta, es esta, entonces hagamos esa y está bien.
Además, refinado en este canal.
No, pero tú sabes que a mí siempre me gusta como que yo soy como de detallitos, o sea, a mí ese tipo de detallitos me parecen como de fina coquetería.
Yo sabía que ibas a llegar ahí,
Sí.
pero te dejé caminar
Sí, sí,
solita
sí.
hasta que llegaras.
Pero tan sabías que iba a llegar ahí que pues es porque yo soy así, o sea, tanto que uso ese dicho mucho. Fina coquetería, a mí me gustan esos detallitos así.
Complementos de pronto.
Complementos, sí, complementicos.
¿Todo bien?
A ver, sí me estoy acomodando.
Uy, joder,
A ver.
¿Te va a dormir la siesta, Wilense?
No, me levanto por a las 10 de la noche.
Oye, ¿cómo se le dice? Bueno, tiene que haber otro gentilicio a los opitas, pero que son a los del Neiva, pero o sea, se les dice, ¿tienen algún gentilicio que sea con la palabra Neiva o no?
Gentilicio, pues debe haber, obviamente.
No es obvio.
Neiva.
No.
Neivanos.
Neivanos.
Opitas.
Sí, por eso dije a los opitas,
Pero
pero
neivanos. dice.
Neivanos, sí, opita es como...
Pues
les
dice acá.
¿Quién? ¿En un blog una
No, en
señora?
internet.
Ah, bueno. Pues en internet.
Wikipedia. Que tampoco es muy fiable, pero...
Pero yo no creo que mucha gente use neivano. De pronto nos comenta nuestro compañero.
Marcelo Peralta said, I'll bet Nicolas is going through Volcano Manor in Elden Ring.
I think I'm right before it. I think I'm right before it because that's a pretty late game
But you got
area.
the joke, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no. Now I'm thinking like, because I haven't played in like 2 weeks. I feel so guilty for not playing. I feel horrible. Honestly, I feel terrible. Like tomorrow morning, I'm gonna play. But yeah, I don't think I'm quite there. Because I wanted to do, instead of advancing, I wanted to do the poison castle. I don't want to. I know that that's a totally skippable area if you want to, but I don't want to skip it. So I'm going to do that before I go further.
Lapis Exilis, so Shade was saying hi everyone.
Hey, Shade.
Hi Shade. Shade, just before we started the live stream, I saw your message, so I'm gonna send you the picture of the orchid.
Orchid? Okay.
Yeah, I went with the Spanish orquídea.
Yeah, well.
So thank you so much. Paulo Vázquez
Sí.
was saying, may you two have a wonderful day. Always loved watching you two. Oh,
Oh,
thank
that's so
you.
nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's super nice. Thank you, Paulo. We're happy that you are here with us in the live stream.
Today, Friday
Marcelo Peralta
afternoon.
was saying, wait a second, Danny.
Wait.
A second, Danny.
Oh, this is
You
on
like
you.
crime podcasts, but don't like death talk? Yes.
Yeah, short answer, yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Yes.
1000%. Yeah, that's like describing me. Yeah, when I was in school, in high school maybe, no, yeah, but like early high school, I thought about studying criminalistics, but I know I don't have like the guts for it because I don't like death. So I like the investigation around it. I feel that's very interesting, but I can't. And I can't think about death of the people I love because it just like it kills me. So, no. But yeah, you're right. I love crime podcasts, true crime podcasts, and I don't like death talk. So, ¿qué ibas a decir?
No.
¿Qué ibas a hacer?
I'm just, yeah, it's
¿Qué ibas a decir?
that's
Te oí.
you in a sentence.
Sí. Sí, pero es que yo creo que sobre todo es de... Sí, no importa. Sí, o sea, si pienso como de la gente que quiero mucho, no, me da muy duro. Margo Delgado,
Mhm.
no, ya había leído eso, lo de los cortes a 45. Lauren Carter Bridge said, my Carpentier husband is here in the background now sending me Amazon links for cheap hand tools he says would help you. Oh, thank you, Lauren.
Would help you.
Would. Yeah, that was a good one.
No, it's actually terrible, but thank you, Lauren.
But the thing, I mean, I was even looking for a miter saw, a tiny one. The thing is that if I buy it through Amazon
Yeah.
and I ship it here to Colombia, it's gonna be like crazy expensive taxes I have to pay. So
But we can buy those tools here.
yeah, exactly. I can. The thing is that they
The
have
version
like
of those. Not
Yeah.
all, like, we can't get all.
yeah, because I
tools
was
here.
looking for one that's portable.
We don't have that?
No, here no, we
Did
don't.
you look? Did you look?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I've been looking a lot. But-
Really? Because I love power tools, so I can help you out.
Oh, you know I love them too. so-
Yeah. I can help
But-
you look.
But for now, I think I'm gonna stick with the different cuts, different cut approach to my visual correspondence. So, I think it would be amazing if I
Yeah.
end up showing a painting
Oh,
and not like a sculpture.
everyone's
after all
like
this talk.
expecting. It's like, yeah, I just needed to cut this paper.
Yeah.
Just wasn't cutting straight.
Nicolás Barroca dice, buenas chicos. Nicolás, ¿qué paleta estás usando? Gracias.
Mi traditional, que es blanco titanio, amarillo ocre, rojo cadmio, alizarín, tierra de sombra, natural y azul ultramar.
Ujú. Ujú.
Danny
Sí.
approves.
No, es que pues iba a decir que igual como tienes rastros de otros colores
Pero
que no
sí,
estás usando
sí,
ahorita,
exacto, sí.
pues
hay un poco
está
de...
bien la aclaración.
el bismuto no lo he tocado. Por aquí hay como un color X. Y el negro marfil
significa
está
un
ahí
color
también
X?
súper mal ubicado, pero no lo he utilizado. Y no lo voy a usar hoy.
Julián Cabrera dice, dentro del Huila y el mismo Neiva sí se usa neivano.
Neivano, mira.
Camilo Monroy dice, yo soy igual que Dani en Manizales, también hacen eso. Intenté adquirir la costumbre, pero sigo de largo. Sí, una siesta, muy difícil. Muy difícil. Shade was saying, hey, Danny and Nicolás. Awesome, Danny. You're very welcome. My pleasure. By the way, in Russian, my native language, it's really similar. Oridia. I don't know if
Oh.
I'm pronouncing it. I guess I'm not.
How is it spelled?
Orhidea. Oridia.
Oh,
Oridia.
it's a very
Maybe?
nice name.
Yeah. Javi Gómez dice, hola a todos. Dani y Nico, disfruto mucho sus lives. Soy diseñador gráfico e ilustrador. De a poco estoy retomando el camino de la pintura. Espero que se vuelva un camino de vida. Verlos me anima mucho a lanzarme.
Qué
¡Qué
chévere, qué
chévere!
bonito. Mucha suerte con ese retorno. No quiere decir que no, uno no haga el resto de cosas, pero pues chévere.
Pero muy chévere y pues acá están nuestras transmisiones siempre para hacerle compañía.
¿Me estabas mirando? ¿Volteaste a mirarme?
Porque, ¿sabes?
Porque sonó como acá están
¿Sentiste?
nuestras transmisiones.
Sí.
Sentí como
Pues
tu aliento.
nuestras, sí,
Sentí tu
te hice parte de
nuestras.
nuestros. Sí.
Mm.
Julia Tovar
No sé quién
dice,
es.
me pasa igual que a ti, Dani, con el tema de la muerte y en el postparto se me explotó el miedo. Me tocó enfrentarlo súper de frente y bueno, creo que ahora ya aguanto un poquito más la death talk.
Mm.
Luego leí, Dios, no sé qué me está pasando hoy. Estoy
Hoy,
como...
hoy.
Dice, luego leí el libro tibetano de la vida y de la muerte y fue chévere, me ayudó con ese miedo. Sí, sí,
No, sí,
sí.
todavía no hay todavía no tenemos esa iniciativa
No,
con
no, no,
Dani.
no, lo podría leer.
Mm.
Es que yo no sé, por eso decía, cuando el tema es como de muerte, o sea, como de la muerte, la existencia de la muerte, que pues, o sea,
Y la verdad, cuando tú
está,
me cuentas de casos, hay veces unos casos que yo te digo, por favor, no me digas
pero
más.
porque yo me enfoco es en la parte de la investigación
Sí,
después
pero
de,
pues para
y
mí eso es
obviamente yo
como,
conozco o sea, conozco la historia, no es como que yo esté negando que toda esta historia es sobre una persona que tiene una familia, que tuvo una familia, que tuvo personas que lo quisieron, que tuvo mucha gente que sufrió alrededor, pero cuando yo lo pienso como en una muerte de alguien muy cercano a mí, no, no quiero, no quiero ir ahí, no. Lápiz Exilis
mm,
said it's really similar to how you'd say it in Spanish, just a softer H instead of a K sound. So,
oh, look at that.
orquídea, orquídea,
Or soft. Go even softer with the H.
orquídea,
Too soft.
orquídea.
No, that's,
No,
yeah.
orquídea. I don't
No,
know.
now you're just like,
How would you go softer with an H? Try to do it you.
I would say orquídea.
The same as I did.
I think I hit it.
Yeah. Nano Espinosa dice, hola chicos, una pregunta del sketch. ¿Saben de alguna forma de hacer un boceto así de preciso sobre un toned canvas board con acrílico gris para después pintar en óleo encima? Traté y fue un súper fracaso. El lápiz no soltó nada de pigmento.
El lápiz no soltó nada. ¿Y por qué no hacemos el dibujo en un papel aparte a tamaño y lo pasa con pastel? Entonces le echa pastel.
Pero es que creo que no están preguntando para pasar, sino para hacer el dibujo encima.
Lo mismo. Literalmente lo mismo.
Bueno,
¿Sí me entiende?
sí.
O sea,
No, pues sí,
al final el objetivo de hacer el dibujo es que quede el dibujo sobre la superficie. Entonces
Pero igual si se pasa el dibujo tampoco se puede llegar a la tanta precisión.
Claro.
Bueno,
Entonces, lo que estoy sugiriendo, que de pronto no me estoy explicando bien, Dani, de pronto por eso no me entiendes, pero lo que estoy sugiriendo es el sustrato tiene un imprimante que puede tener un color, un tono. Entonces, digamos que es gris. Entonces, si uno hace algo con un carbón, pues bueno, se ve como con un carbón vegetal, se va a ver. Uno tendría que dibujar con carbón vegetal y fijarlo, digamos, si uno quiere que no se moleste ese dibujo. Pero si uno quiere un dibujo preciso, que creo que es lo que la persona hizo referencia con esas palabras, ¿no?
sí.
Un dibujo preciso, pues el dibujo puede resolverse, digamos que este es mi lienzo grandotote y es de este tono. Yo hago un dibujo de ese tamaño o lo hago pequeño y después voy a la comercial papelera y lo mando a ampliar y lo imprimo y después junto las hojas así a lo Colleen Barry. Creo que ella mostró en un post cómo había hecho su dibujo y tenía los impresos del dibujo a tamaño pues para ampliarlo. Y lo que uno hace cuando hay un coso que tiene un tono es ponerle pastel. Se puede poner pastel o se puede poner incluso uno le puede frotar pintura. Uno puede echar pintura, ponerle en la parte de atrás del papel como poquitos de pintura así desde el tubo y coger un trapo y frotar toda la parte de atrás del papel. O uno puede coger pastel. Lo bueno de hacerlo con la pintura es que como que queda ya pintado. El pastel, en cambio, uno tiene que o después como retocarlo y hacer un dibujito en línea todo bonito con pintura, que eso es lo que mucha gente hace en procesos que son así súper como disciplinados. Em, pero si usted no quiere hacer eso, no, pues con la pintura, echarle pintura atrás y listo. Y si no, con el pastel. Y si no le importa, si no lo quiere pintar y si ya utilizó un pastel, digamos, un pastel de una tierra, como digamos, siena tostada o sombra tostada, em, nada, lo puede fijar y pinta encima de eso y listo. Sale. Cero problema. ¿Sí me expliqué mejor de pronto?
No, pues no es que no estaba diciendo que te estabas explicando mal, sino
Ah, no.
que, sino que no, sí, no, te entiendo. O sea, yo pensé que estaban preguntando con qué material podía hacer un dibujo en una, como en un soporte ya con un subtono. O sea, no pensé que ibas a decir que hacerlo en otro lado y después pasarlo,
Claro,
pero pues obviamente te entiendo
tú
y
sabes que así,
obviamente sé.
sí, así es como lo hacen en pintura así
Ujú.
súper académica. El dibujo siempre va en otro soporte primero. O sea,
Mm,
casi nunca dibujan sobre la superficie como a mano alzada, digamos. Nunca, nunca. Yo no hago eso, pero yo hacía, cuando dibujaba abajo, dibujaba con carbón vegetal o había resuelto mi dibujo en un cuaderno de bocetos y le había hecho una cuadrícula y lo pasaba, le hacía la retícula al soporte y lo pasaba con carbón. Y listo. Bueno, no, y hubo unas veces que después lo retocaba, incluso con tinta. No puede disolver como una tinta de esas, como de color así tierra. mm, Tinta china, digamos, pero eh, como café y perfecta.
so we haven't thought about the title.
Of the day,
Yeah.
volcano?
No.
No?
No, for the painting, but for
Oh,
the video.
oh. Painting on Friday.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe people can suggest a good uh, title for the video, but that can wait. I'm
Estoy tratando de ver si de pronto me salte alguna pregunta,
Oh, it's
pero
okay.
creo que
No, we're
todo lo he
good.
preguntado.
We're good. It's Friday stream. It's like laid back. Um, can you check if you Google mm, Nicola Zamori technique? Does that throw you anything?
I don't think it does. I think
Yeah.
I've looked for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think we did in a live stream, maybe. Or after a live stream, maybe we talked about something and I tried Googling that, but um
I remember years ago when I was trying to figure out how he was peeling the paintings. Um, I looked for a lot. Um, and then I think I mentioned this, but Tim Wilson, he was able uh, to very very well emulate what Samori was doing. And I mean, he did it like super quickly, but it was, you could totally see that was.
Ay, Nicolas.
Oh. No, I did. I left her a message. No. Oh my God. Maybe there's somebody that our advisor for the book. But I wrote to her and I asked her if we could see each other next week. Oh no, it's not her. So it's not her. It's not her. We're good. No, it's too early for like an afternoon meeting. So we're gonna meet with the advisors for the book, the printing part of the book, because we chose to have it printed here, or we are considering better, let's say, having it printed here and then shipped to the U.S. in cargo plane, because we were considering China, and it's good because in terms of cost, but because it comes in a boat and it has to be in a container, it can be. Okay, nice. Okay, so I just got this from our local grocery store. They send it to me as a present. So yeah, nice. I mean, no, it's fine.
No, but no,
Yeah, but I'm gonna use it.
Ooh, I thought you were gonna show
Our address? Maybe people can send us stuff.
No.
Yeah, send gifts. So yeah, we were thinking about having it printed overseas, but it's still such a unstable. There's still such an unstable nature to the shipping of just about anything coming from China, and it being able to meet certain dates, to meet a very specific schedule, and our schedule has to be very tight. It has to be, because there's a lot of for us it's flying, and there's a ton of trip related stuff that we have to have figured out, and we can't just say, oh, we flew to the US, but we're gonna have to stay 2 more weeks because the shipment is late.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't work for us. It really doesn't work for us. So one of the things that we're really looking for is certainty.
Yeah, and also I don't know if you've already said this because I wasn't here, but it also gives us the opportunity to like be on top everything.
Yeah.
Production wise.
Yeah.
So that we know that we're not gonna get like bad surprises at the end.
So maybe it's more expensive. That's the thing. Maybe it's going to be a little more expensive.
But again, expensive for us.
Yeah.
It's not like any the price that you paid for the book is the price it's gonna be.
Oh yeah. We're not gonna tell people like, sorry, it just got a little more expensive, so we need extra. No. This is a choice. This is us making a choice. Just so that we can have a bit more control over the production process.
Exactly. And like the quality of it all.
Yeah, and also know that if we have it printed here, it would go cargo. It would go via airplane. So it would literally be there in like 2 days. So and then we have to do the import stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. I was gonna say it's super easy, but at least it's something that it's easy to do. I'm sure problems can arise, but I know, having been through that with with one of the other books, I know it's something that it's simple. We need also custom lawyers, tariff lawyers. We need to pay that. and for them to they do paperwork, so they liberate. No, that's the word that we use, like liberate the cargo. But I'm pretty sure that's not the word.
Discharge?
No, discharge is like, well, discharge is a lot of stuff, but yeah, just so they let you take whatever you were importing with you.
But also, I think that you say that it's easier because we're going to be in charge of that.
Yeah.
So maybe, I mean, at least we know that we are the ones doing it in our times. And we're not depending in others' times,
and
which
the
is...
problems that can arise, I think, are all problems that can work, that we can work out.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel that the unexpected stuff, it either has to do with paperwork, which we should have. I mean, I did it once, so I can't imagine why. I mean, customs is like a singular thing in the U.S., regardless of what port you're picking something up. I mean, and they're very, very disciplined about it. So I'm sure there's no differing like state laws regarding the paperwork. So I'm pretty sure it's the same sort of operation. So it would just be about paperwork, and all of that is solvable when you're doing things, legally, like we all do. And you just have, and they just tell you, oh, you need to go and get this. Then it's just a matter of like doing it. And it's always kind of scary at the beginning. It feels like, oh my God, because that was the first time for me. I actually went to, when I was doing this in San Diego, I had to go to like a customs office, and it was like full of cops. And I was like, I just need some guidance because I have no idea what to do. And the guy was like super, super nice. The cop there was super nice. And he was like, well, what are you doing? And I was like, no, I had some books printed and they got shipped. And now they're in this like cargo area. And I know I have to do paperwork, but I'm just not really sure what I have to do. And he was like so nice. He's like, look, by law, I'm forbidden to tell you where to go. Like, I can't tell you, go to these lawyers. Like, I can't tell you that because that would be preferential treatment for lawyers and cops. I mean, this particular cop was just very, very disciplined and super, super nice. So he was like, I can give you a list and I can tell you which are the lawyers the people that usually do import stuff, which are the lawyers that they go to, that they usually go to. But he was like, but in no way I'm telling you use these people, or here is my suggestion. This is not a suggestion. And he was super nice. He actually printed out like the lawyers, the names on a sheet, and he gave me the sheet, and he was like, these are very close by, and these are like, and I was like, thank you so much. But this was like, I mean, I thought I thought that when I went there, like they were going to look at me like, dude, this is like an official customs office. What are you doing here? If you don't have, like, imagine going to like a a formal customs office with this full of cops, full of like, people in uniform. And you're like, hey, I have a question about books. But they were super, super kind. I have to say, they were incredibly kind.
But I think that happens more often than what do you think?
I know that abuses in authority are a thing. They are a thing, not only in the U.S., but every single where in this planet. But I have to say that I have met people in authority, like, in law enforcement, that have been so kind in my life that, even if I tried to, I would have nothing bad to say about the people that I have met that have helped me out. Have I met like also bad cops? Oh, for sure. But, the ones that have helped me out whenever I had like some issue with something, they've always been super, super helpful. And so this particular guy was very, very helpful. And I just went to the office and they were like, it's a small office. And I was like, hi, I'm sorry, I've never done this before. Because I'm never ashamed to say that I've never done something. I know that we all are afraid of doing stuff for the first time. I'm always like the best thing to do when you've never done something you've never done something before, it's your first time. It's just to say that you've never done it before. So I always go like, hi, I'm an artist. I've never done this before, but I printed a book and I have them here in this cargo, place. Could could you help me out? I know, they told me that maybe you guys can do this. And they were like, yeah, of course. And they just asked, I remember, for an invoice just to see how much the cost of the book was. And depending on that, they did all the paperwork, and then they charged me. And all in all, I mean, I forget, and I'm not going to say how much I paid, but it doesn't matter. It's just like a fee. But and it's a fee that I guess anyone would have to pay depending on cargo, what the tariff is for whatever you are importing, and the fee for their work, for the lawyer's work. But it was not expensive. Like when budgeting things for importing a book, it was not expensive at all. And the most expensive thing by far is shipping. By far. I mean, it's crazy. And nothing. They just gave me a few papers, and then I went to the to the dock thing where the books were. Super nice. I just gave it to the dude in in this little desk, and he was like, "Yeah, this is your lot." And I had my little U-Haul truck, and I backed it up, and the guy, used a crane to put all the books inside. And I drove back, and I remember thinking, "Oh wow, that's a lot of books back there." And suddenly I heard all of the boxes tumbled down in the back of the truck, and I was like, "Okay, there goes 10% of the books." I'm sure they got crushed underneath all that weight. But again, scary because everything is
But
scary
they didn't.
on
They
the first
didn't.
time. No.
Because they're super well packed.
Honestly, I think maybe 8 books were the ones that got there in bad shape. And not even in bad shape. It was me. It was maybe a bent corner. So I was like, no, I can't ship this. Because I just don't like to ship, at least on my end. If it gets bent during, the USPS shipping all over the world, that's not on me. But what is on me, wrapping the book and putting it in the box and making sure that everything is in super good shape. I'm always I want to do the best job I can do.
Yeah, we always.
Yeah. In that particular case, because I was there by myself, and now it's going to be us, which is going to make it so much easier. I think anything in life, when you can do it with somebody, is so much easier. And when you can do it with somebody that you love, and it becomes just this, this task that you're both trying to undertake, then it's always fun. It's always it can be weird, but at least 2 people are always going to be better at solving something than one. Because when one feels overwhelmed, then the other can pick up the slack and say, okay, let me help out here.
So Susie Love Art Page said, I missed out on ordering a book and I'm so sad. Is there any chance at all that you'll open it up for more pre-orders?
So no, we're not going
No.
to do that. So and we have many reasons for not doing that. One is that sadly, Kickstarter projects, we couldn't just go into a project page and say let go live again. We can't do that. That's not how Kickstarter works. How that particular page works. So we can't do that. And the other thing is, there is something about, and I'm not saying that the people that maybe a lot of people for legitimate reasons, for very honest, legitimate reasons, couldn't help at the time, and they wish they could help out right now. But it's in terms of logistics, in terms of getting the money and having all the data and communicating through one space, like a single space to every single backer. That's what Kickstarter provides for you. Just the ability to say, I want to talk to all my backers. And I have to send them a communication that says, hey, update your address, please, because books are going to go out in 3 weeks. So you have 2 weeks to update your address. So just to make sure that we can get to all those people, to the totality of those people, and to be for us to say also, hey, we sent this message, because there's always going to be issues. There's always going to be problems. And I'm sure this particular book is not going to be different. But at least you can tell somebody that maybe didn't update their address and we shipped it to like the older address. We can be like, hey, we're going to try to solve this. But, you should have like paid attention to these messages. Like, we're not going to send just one message. We're probably going to send a bunch of messages just to make sure that when we need important like data, people pay attention. So we are going to make sure about that. But there's always somebody, and again, if anything, we are beyond grateful to the people that are helping out. But there's always somebody that puts things for the last moment, and maybe they didn't update. What am I saying? Update their address, and the book gets shipped somewhere else, and then everyone's like, "Hey, I paid for my book. I want my book." And for us, it's like, "Hey, I know, but we just send you an expensive book.
Yeah, we just paid for the shipping.
Yeah, we just paid for the book, and
yeah.
we just send like a 70 because we are still subsidizing the shipment of the books. We charge quite a bit for the shipping. Trust me, it's going to be more than what we charged. It's going to be a lot more than what we charged. So we are subsidizing that, but there's going to be somebody that says, hey, I back this, so send me my book. Come on. And then you can't be an idiot and say, hey, we send a bunch of messages and you just didn't answer them. So we can't just say, sorry. But, deep inside, you're like, come on, dude. Like, we are giving you, like, we are hoping that with every message that we're sending, people are aware that they have to send us this info, because this is not like, hey, we have 500 more books that, yeah, sure, we could just throw that one and we'll ship another one. And don't worry, like, we'll pay for your $80 shipment again. Like, it doesn't work like that. People also, and I'm not saying people, I am a customer too of tons of projects that I've backed, or, the hundreds of things that I've bought, and it could be artwork, it could be anything. Like, it is also on me to be responsible for what I'm getting, what I'm receiving. It can't just be the other person. I am responsible for the things that I order and I want. Because I think as customers, we've become so like, we just lay back and we're like, hey, send me things. And I'm going to be in my, my sofa, and I just want to like, glance at the door, and it's going to just open and somebody's going to throw the package in my face and I'm going to be happy. I don't know how that makes you happy, but anyways. But no, you got to take care of, like, it's your money. You paid for these things. So also know that you paid for them and take care of them and be on the lookout for them. So we're hoping that it's, that it goes without problems, but for sure there's going to be 10% of shipments are going to have some sort of issue, and we'll try to solve them as we can. But like I was saying, the hardest thing for us, which is very much so almost like impossible to try and solve, is to have, like, let's say, different orders at different times. So if we open this, or if, a lot of people tell us like, hey, just keep it open and just keep receiving orders and just print way more books than you need. And that is like, maybe that's like the way editorials work, or printing presses work. That's not how people like Danny and me work, because this is not what we do. We don't have
editorial budget, so
yeah, we don't have that. We don't have other books or other sources of income that are just gonna pick up the slack while you're like trying to figure out the logistics of how to send that one book. Like, this is our one book that we're gonna take a couple of months, or maybe a month, to like try to do everything when we are in the US and try to ship everything as best as we can. But we can't stay there. Like, my brother is there, but my brother works, and his wife works. They work really hard. And we can't just be like, hey, Alex, we got an order for this. Could you pack it and then take it to
No.
the
Yeah, that
post office?
that doesn't
And
make sense.
you know, my brother can't work
Yeah.
for us. He's
No.
got 2 kids. He's got, you know, tons, like a very, very stressful, I would say, job.
Mm-hmm.
So no, so we can't have that. So for us, it's like the only way this works is if we do it well and we do it once.
Mm-hmm.
So I know, and I know, in we don't want to be dismissive of the people that want to help, but it's just one of those things that honestly, it just we wouldn't be able to do if we weren't like, hey, this is the only chance we've got to do this. We're gonna open it up. We opened it up for 2 months, so
Yeah.
I'm not saying again. I'm sure there's people out there that had legitimate reasons for saying, hey, I couldn't do it at the time.
Yeah, but I get what
And
you're
that's
trying
totally
to say. I mean,
fine.
we tried to give the biggest amount of time we could.
Yeah. So
That also works with the times we have to
exactly.
have.
So
for
I hope we're not.
production, shipping, and
Yeah.
everything.
So I hope it doesn't sound like we're like, hey, sorry, you missed it. So no. I know how that feels. Trust me, I know how that feels. I've missed on projects that I've wanted to support. I've missed on, you know, things that I would have loved to back, or that I would have loved to art projects that I would have loved to support and own in some way. And I've missed them, you know, and that's just how it is. And maybe, you know, the particular things that I like, you can find people reselling them, but then the prices are ridiculous. So yeah, I know that frustration. I wish we were bigger so that we could offer something far more flexible. But the truth is, we are just, you know, it's just Danny and myself.
Mhm.
That's really the truth. So we have to try to make these things work within the, you know, timelines that we have. Mind you, when we leave, for example, and I know this is like personal stuff, but it is important stuff. When we leave, like, yes, my kids, you know, are with their mother, but
Mhm.
we have a very good relationship because they are, you know, they spend the exact amount of time here as they do over there with their mother. So that could be 1 week here and then another week and then the next week with their mother, or 2 weeks here and then 2 weeks with their mother. And I think my kids are happy and healthy, and they're, you know, it works for them when we do that. But it's very tough for me, as you know, for them, when if we say, hey, we're just going to go for maybe 3 weeks, but maybe 2 months,
Yeah.
because we need to ship the books and we're not really sure if we're going to get new shipments. So maybe we have to stay. Like, that doesn't work for me. Like,
Mhm.
honestly, all those things are choices, and I choose not to live like that. I
Yeah.
maybe, you know, I know that other people can do that, and there's a lot of people in this world that have to, because of jobs, they have to be away from their kids. I don't. I choose not to.
Yeah, and also what you were talking about your brother. I mean, he's being super kind,
Amazing.
but it's not like, I mean, I wouldn't feel okay, and I know that he would be okay with us staying for a long time.
Forever. Yeah.
But I mean, it's in my personality. I wouldn't feel okay saying like, "Hey, we're gonna stay here for
yeah.
2 months, 3 months." Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel it's like not being conscious of the time of other people,
Right.
and I don't like that. So, so
Hope that makes sense. Again, we're trying to be respectful to you that are interested in knowing about the book, the publication, and also respectful to the people that that are backing it, that backed it when the project was live. So
yes. So I was gonna say, welcome to everyone that's new.
oh, we got new people.
Yeah.
Look at
I
that.
just
We got to do more Friday
uh,
streams then.
saw it. Yeah. So welcome everyone. We're happy to have you here. If you don't know us, we are a couple of artists. I don't know why I started with
I don't know. I didn't see you.
Yeah,
What did you do? Were you? Or
no,
you
no.
gesticulating?
No. I don't know why I started talking about us, but
Well,
I'm into
I mean,
it.
it's a channel about us.
We
so-
are a couple of artists.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I am Daniela Ocampo,
And I am Daniel Ocampo.
and he's Nicolas Uribe.
Yeah.
And we do live
I
streams.
think that's an ongoing,
live
really
streams.
bad joke that I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
You can keep going. sorry.
Uh-huh. And we do live streams, painting live streams
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah. Every day.
Every day, exactly.
Almost
Just
every day of every week.
Not
yeah.
every Friday.
No.
Yeah.
We used to.
We used to.
We used to put up
Exactly.
videos.
Yeah, maybe if you're new here, you don't know that we have about 400 edited videos,
Yeah.
painting videos that we did throughout 2020 and 2021.
Yeah.
So we're happy to have you here, and we would be super happy if you want to stick around with us. And yeah, that's it. Welcome, and remember, any questions you want to do? I don't know why I'm laughing, but it's like I'm
me
talking
neither.
to a crowd, and I don't know.
I know.
why
I know.
I'm talking like
yeah,
that.
TED Talk. Your own TED Talk here. Yeah. Look at you.
But any question is valid here.
Well.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's valid. It
I
doesn't
mean,
mean
Danny
we're going to
moderates.
answer it.
Danny's the moderator.
But
so.
you can talk about a lot of things here.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the cool thing. As we said
Except.
before, there's some people that have described the live streams as being like in an art studio and working along with people.
Yeah.
So I think that's a super cool way to describe it. And
Yeah.
I like to think it about that way.
Yeah.
So if you want to paint, draw, or just hang around with us, we're super happy to have you here. So, yes.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. You.
Rajita was saying, whoa, yeah, so many people. Welcome. Yeah, welcome, everyone. We're super happy to have you here.
Oh, now I feel the pressure.
Oh, and Liad was saying also they sell the paintings on their website.
Oh,
So, yes.
Liat with
thank
the,
you, Liat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so also we have a webpage that's called the same way as our YouTube channel. So it's ourpaintedlives.com. And we do sell all the things we do over there. So you can go there and check it out if you want.
There we
Rosalind
go.
said
Anything,
there
are we missing something, Liad? Yeah.
And Liat said, and you can see Nicolas' face usually on Mondays during their special Monday art correspondence. So,
Oh
yes.
yeah. If there's a weekly face reveal.
Yeah, on Mondays we do a different kind of stream.
Yeah.
It's called Visual Correspondence, where we're having an ongoing visual correspondence between Nicolas and me.
Yeah. I think the easiest way to know what that is just check our channel out
Yeah,
and check the playlist. There's a playlist for that. So
called Visual Correspondence.
yeah. So just check that out. It's self-explanatory, really. It's not
I mean,
complicated.
again,
but
I'm biased, but I think it's super cool. So
I like doing it too. Yeah, it's a different sort of pace.
So let's see. Javi Hav was saying, is the Southwest the only part of the U.S. you're traveling to? Any plans for a Midwest stop?
Oh, like where Midwest? I mean, we're most definitely only going to
Yes, because also it's gonna be like
Texas. So
yeah, and it's gonna be like working all day, every day. So it's not
Yeah.
like vacation for us
yeah, shipping is not
by any means.
packing stuff and shipping it is not glamorous. It's just work.
Yeah, I think it's
a
gonna
lot
be
of work.
a lot of coffee for me or matcha
Coffee?
tea to have energy to pack until late night.
Are you becoming like a coffee drinker?
No,
Okay.
not really.
Okay.
Well, I like the very cold latte.
the cold brew lattes.
Cold brew latte. Yeah, but I get like shaky.
Yeah.
So I like it, but I kind of don't like it.
So coffee.
Coffee.
Oh, stop it.
What, dog?
Oh, really? Please.
Oh, Rajita. So let's see. Rajita was saying, Danny, I think I found your doppelganger.
Oh.
I'm curious what you and Nicolas think.
Oh, because I have one. I have like a.
You have one that's
I have
like
one that's
crazy
like
similar.
uncanny.
Yeah.
Like maybe a little more weight than I do, but I'm heading that way. So if anything, we're getting like more.
No, but I have
similar
to
with
say
the
that
time.
if you told me he was a brother
Yeah.
of yours or like a cousin, I would buy it 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If I told you he was like twin brothers, so not perfect twins, but just like he's my twin brother.
Yeah.
Would you believe it?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spoke even. He's a Russian photographer.
Yeah.
So
having said that,
yeah.
being said that,
I
wouldn't be attracted to him.
No, me
because he's like super different
very
from you. But
I mean,
in the same way, he's you. Like he's you from another universe.
yeah.
Like you in the multiverse. That would be you in another multiverse, in another universe.
But I think it's
like
pretty
crazy.
amazing. I remember it was a former student of mine that sent me that the user in Instagram, and he was like, "Oh my God, this person looks exactly like you." And I was like, "Okay, let's see it," because usually people tell you these things, and it's always like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, because I was gonna say, Rajita.
Let's see it.
So Rajita, please send it to my Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's over here, and Nicolas' Instagram is over there also. If someone wants to check our Instagrams out, yes, but please send it.
So Danny, don't say anything, and we'll both.
So I have to say that there's been a couple of people that say, "Hey, I saw someone that's like 100% you."
Okay.
And I never see.
You never see it?
I never see it, but I'm open to it.
So Danny has like a type. So let me see if I can.
I have a type?
Yeah, well, I mean, we all have types. We all, we're human beings. We're more alike than we are different, I feel. And so no, what I was going to say is like you have big eyes, big lashes, you have big eyebrows, you have dark hair. I mean, you can color your hair, but it's still like, hair that kind of frames you. So you have like very kind of crystal clear eyes, pointy. You're very pointy. You have like a pointy nose. So there's like a sharpness to you.
Very, very pointy.
Yeah. So there's like
it's
this,
like tiny here. Like
yeah. So I've always told you, for me, you could be like Eastern European, Jewish. That for me.
Or just Colombian.
Oh, well, Colombian.
No, because you said that you wouldn't think that I'm Colombian. Or would you?
I mean, nobody would think that I am Colombian if we go through for stereotypes. But the truth is, in Colombia, there's...
Because I think that I'm super Colombian.
Yeah, but the thing is, we live, like, when I think of Colombia, like, what does that mean? We are, like, we look like the world, I feel. There's varying degrees of lightness, darkness, varying places where people like originally come from. So I don't know. We look like we're a fine example of the world, I feel.
So I just saw the picture.
Okay. Don't tell me anything.
So you can scroll it here.
Okay. Let me see this 2.0.
So
is this person?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so
in the count of 3, just say yes or no. If you think it looks like me. You just have to have one answer.
Okay. So I just have to say
yes or no.
Go either or.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3 and you say black.
On three or after
1
3?
After 3.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3. No. Yes.
So no. But
no, I don't think so.
You know what's the like the shape of the head is different?
I was gonna say yeah.
And your nose.
The shape of the nose too.
For sure.
Maybe the
she has
the
like
bold brows.
Yeah, the eyes and the brow and maybe the hair, the way the hair falls. Yes. but the sharpness is not there. So the nose, like me, for example, that's more of like a me nose. That's like a rounder nose, I would say, on her.
Mm-hmm.
But you have like a very sharp, very distinct nose. Danny has like a pixie nose. No, well, not quite a pixie nose, but you know what I'm saying. She's like fairy-like nose.
And you know
So-
what's the like I don't know.
Go for it.
My
Go.
nose, like the nostrils of my nose.
Your nostrils, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain this, but
Okay, go. I'll
they
help
don't
you out.
go to the sides,
Okay,
but
you
back.
lost me. Okay, that completely lost me.
I don't know if you.
What are you describing?
I don't know how to
I think you
explain
just
this.
described a shark.
No. Like I have my nostrils.
Yeah, like we all do.
Yeah, but they're in line with all my nose. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah, not in the best of ways.
No, but trust me, because that's how I understand it when I'm trying to draw myself or
Okay.
paint myself.
Okay.
So they don't go to the sides. So
Yeah.
the bridge of my nose,
Are you
has-
pressing your nose? Because
Yeah.
I can't turn around and look at you. But
Yeah.
all I'm hearing is the bridge of my
the bridge
nose.
of my nose
Yeah.
has the same width
Bridge of your nose has the same width.
of my nostrils. So
Bridge
it's
of your nose has
like
the same
this.
width.
It's not like this and then it opens, but it's like this and then
Ah,
it goes out.
You are so losing me.
No, I think you if you were seeing what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
you kind of get it. So
Kind of. but-
Rajita said, "Ha ha ha, that was awesome. I almost expected this, but I had to know what you guys thought." No, and I really like that. I mean, if you ever see someone that looks like me or like Nicolas, please let us know.
But she could be a part of Danny's village, though.
Danny's village.
Well,
Village?
you know, like as if we all belong to like a village where we all kind of look alike.
Mm-hmm.
You know, very tribal way of understanding ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
She would be. She could be part of your village. I feel.
So
But you could
let's-
be part of her village. Let's put it that way. So
So Liad was saying, Nicolas, are you all
Yes.
booked up for workshops, or are you open to doing more workshops? If you are, people can petition their local art school to contact you and set it up, like in Chicago, for instance.
oh, that sounds really
And
nice.
Liad also said, also Nicolas,
Okay.
you're planning on doing online teaching next year, right?
Yes.
You should start an email list so people can register to get updates on that when it starts.
We should hire Liad.
Yeah,
start-
Liad is like a.
We should start paying Liad. I'm noticing.
So thank you, Liad. I think that we're not talking about the teaching of next year that much, because in this moment we're thinking about the book. So I think you and we're the type of people that like to like finish a task and then start the other to
Yeah.
kind of organize.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if we have to answer right now to the Kickstarter books and also to the Kickstarter book emails, I'm sorry, and to the emails of people interested in next year's teaching, I would get lost.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
let's do one job at a time, and let's do it well. And when we're done with that, we'll for sure start hoping that we can offer some new ways of reaching people, let's say.
Mm-hmm. Mario León.
But thank you for all those suggestions,
Yes,
Leah. That was
Mario.
very, very cool.
Yes, Mario.
Yes,
Leah.
Mario.
Yes,
Yes,
Leah.
Mario. Ay, Marito Divino.
Yes, Leah. No, you're being super, super nice. You're always super
Always.
nice with us. We're happy to have you here. Always.
Okay.
Mario León
¿Quién
pues,
es?
estaba diciendo, hola, qué bueno verlos un viernes. Deberían
Mario
considerar seguir haciéndolo o cambiar un día porque creo que somos muchos los conectados hoy.
Uy.
Sí, sí, sí. La verdad sí creo que puede ser.
Mario ve esa data rápido. Mario.
Sí.
Creo que eso es de pronto dentro de las cosas que
Sí.
él tiene un buen ojo para esas cosas.
Sí, sí, sí. Hay que hacerle caso a Mario. De pronto
Yo
si
sí le
Mario
haría
nos
caso a
dice...
una persona aparte de ti en este mundo. Mario.
Ujú.
Mario. No todo el tiempo, pero Mario.
Pero en esto, creo que Mario sabe.
Sí, yo nunca he sabido si sí con certeza, pero siempre he querido creer que sí sabe.
Cal dice, estoy de acuerdo con Mario, háganle
No,
caso a
pues,
Mario, jeje.
que es
No,
esta
pero sí,
familia
hoy,
blanca acá
no, me
presente.
gustó la compañía de los viernes. Tenemos que hacerlo más. So,
So,
Nicolas Mijarovich
okay.
was saying, hey guys, have you ever tried to figure out a stylistic development of your work? Like,
Oof.
quote unquote, I'll make this type of brush work, etc. But ended up with work that are too gimmicky, flashy, and not sincere? If so, how did you resolve that issue?
Oh, well, I mean, I'd like to answer that with honesty. And if I did, like, if I was trying to paint like something like somebody else, or hoping to imitate some sort of other style, um, I I'd like to say that I could answer that with honesty and tell you, oh yeah, this was, part of my early career or something. I think when I felt it most was a very indirect, in a very indirect way, was just that I, without even wanting it, um, not only me, but most of the students that came out of our teachers' classes, we were inevitably painting like them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were either painting like Max Ginsberg or like Steve Assel. And yeah, it was a process trying to get, rid of that very superficial manifestation of painting, because I think the important thing is they taught us to love painting and to respect painting. And for most of us that have kept doing it, I think we could all argue that it was because of them that we fell in love with it. So the value that they have in our lives is enormous. So this in no way is trying to like discredit what they did for us. When you're trying to say, I have to forget what these people taught me, because it's actually making me, it's harming me more than it's doing me good. But that process was very, very, at least for me, it was very tough, and it was very hard to identify how I had to like try to discover a way of finding my own voice through their teachings, because I did want to keep their teachings. Like they were so valuable, they still are. Like the sound of their voice still is in my brain. It echoes in my brain constantly. Everything that they would tell me in those formative years, everything. So they have to be some of the most important people in my life. At the end of my career, they will forever be the people that got me to fall in love with what I did for the rest of my life. So how more important can you be in somebody's life? So at least in somebody's professional life. So it was very hard to convince myself, hey, what I'm doing is something super healthy. Like I'm trying to get rid of their imprint, of the imprint that they left on me, but I'm trying to do it in a very respectful way, acknowledging everything that they taught me. So how do you do that? That's such a tough thing to do. But yeah, it took me, if we had to put a number on it, it took me about maybe all in all, like 3-4 years, I would say 3-4 years after 3-4 years of graduating. So I would say I kind of let myself work along their, teachings for about 3 or 4 years after I graduated. And then it took me 4 more years to consciously say, I need to at least try to find my own voice. I need to feel what that feels like. I need to attempt to do this, even if it's like the most difficult thing that I'll ever do. I wanted to do it. And yeah, it took some time. So I think that's the closest thing, because I don't think I could tell you, I hope that when I answer, you at least sense that I'm talking to you with honesty. So I I don't feel I saw somebody working and said, "Oh, I need to paint like that." Like there
Mhm.
was always chemistry between looking at somebody's work and saying, "Wow, that's very much, close to my sensibility." Let me give you an example. Like I wanted to be a very brushy painter. I still think I'm quite a brushy painter, but I wanted to be a very brushy painter from the beginning. So, stuff like Soroja, Zorn, Sargent, Fetchin was, super important for me. And illustration, I don't know, Cornwell meets Schaefer, Leindecker, all the like golden age illustration, Howard Pyle, brushy painting was some of the most exciting thing for me ever, and it still is. It remains like the reason that I want to paint. So I would always look at them, but how do you paint like Fetchin or how do you paint like Sargent? Like I don't know. Nobody does that, right? Maybe like Sargent, Philip de Laszlo, maybe close-ish to very sargenty strokes. Nowadays, I don't even know. I wouldn't even know who I could think of as being sargenty. Oh, there's this one person. Oh, what's his name? Oh, geez. Come on. He painted this girl with like a yellow dress. The yellow dress is like amazing. She's like an actress, like this blonde actress. Oh my god. I'm blanking. Come on. Anyways, I forget. Right now I forget, but I'm going to remember. And but you don't set out, or you can set out to say, I want to paint like Sargent. And come on, it's not as easy as that. So it takes a long time to try for you to figure out what does that mean. Like, what are the things that you can hold on to? And for me, brushiness. What does brushiness mean? Like when I describe the importance of brushy painting, like what am I really trying to say, or what am I really looking for in a painting that that I'm consistently attracted to brushier, more expressive paintings, when I see them. So what does that say about myself, and how does that translate into my own work? But I would say like it was that sort of thing for me, and not so much just seeing somebody and say, I want to do that in that style, which is very, very, much part of the illustration world. Like there's a lot of people that work like that. How many people can you think of that work in a James Jean fashion nowadays, or in a Tomer Hanukkah fashion nowadays? So many people. There's so many people that do that. So part of illustration, and this is super. I mean, this was true when I wasn't really. I mean, I'd like to believe I'm an illustrator at heart, and I did work as an illustrator, but I also am conscious of saying, well, I did it for a small part of my life, so I I could never say, oh yeah, I'm an illustrator. No, no. I feel more comfortable saying I'm a painter because that's what I've done for most of my life. But I did work as an illustrator, and it was super common to get a job, and an art director saying, "Could you do this in this style, or could you kind of push this style for this?" It was very common. Like one of the abilities that an illustrator should have is versatility, and the ability and the willingness to adapt to jobs. So that is not as terrible. Coming from an illustration background, working like somebody else doesn't sound as terrible as it would sound, let's say, if you are attempting to work at a gallery where maybe you're going to show your work, and every gallery director, every curator is going to say, "Oh, this totally reminds me of her work." Like, do you know her work? And deep down inside, like, okay, I'm tired of hearing this because I know I'm copying her, but I don't want to be so evident about it. So in the illustration world, you know, it's it's kind of okay, or it's expected that you have the ability to produce work in somebody else's manner. So yeah, but I can't think of of moments in my life where I was like, I'm going to do this painting, and where I looked at it in the end and I was like, okay, what am I doing? This is so not me. Like, this is so blatantly obvious that it's somebody else. Like, this is her. Like, I'm doing, I don't know, let's say somebody who I think paints circles around me, but who I really, really adore her work. Like, if I did something very Zoe Frankish, like, I think I would have the ability to look at my painting and say, okay, dude, what are you doing? Like, this is Zoe Frank. Like, come on, stop it. And hopefully I can catch myself first, before I keep doing it, or I show that work, I socialize that work. So, no, I don't think it has happened to me. And I don't think it's a virtue of mine, by the way. There's no, virtue in that. It's just that I've always been very, very interested in my own path. So, and my own path intersects with a ton of people for sure, but it also means that I'm very, very aware of the traps that can be in your way when you're trying to sort of identify who you are. So,
I was going to say that I think that this also correlates with what we were talking about some weeks ago of admiring someone's work.
Right. Yeah.
And that not translating to copying someone's work.
Right, exactly.
And I also remember that I said something that I feel that is very useful. And it's, so you have two options.
Mm-hmm.
So not see their work for a bit. So you can detach.
Yeah. There you go.
First time.
Yeah.
Detach
I miss your detach.
detach yourself from their work and try to get to know your own work, or see a lot of different artists. So you're not just seeing one artist and thinking that you're painting like that because you really, I think that when that happens, you tend to say to yourself, like, no, I know I'm being honest. Like, I really feel that in my honest road of painting, I got to paint like James Jean. But if you're really thinking about it, it doesn't make sense. I mean, you try to paint like James Jean because you're seeing how James Jean paints, and you know how their paintings make you feel. So I think that if you like expand your visual library in your mind, you get a ton of information of very good painting that doesn't look like.
Mm-hmm.
And so you start to build your own path without trying to copy someone's steps. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to add.
Yeah, perfect.
Nicolas Mijarevic said, of course, you always seem honest, and thank you for that. I think Jenny Saville has said that most artists start like a worse version of the artist that inspired them.
For sure.
She was referring her early work being heavily inspired and dependent on Lucian Freud.
Yeah, or you could think of Taishan Schierenberg. Jesus Christ, that was a mouthful. Yeah, but Taishan is Freud. I mean, it's 1,000% Freud. Particularly, well, you know what was weird? His early work is super, super loose. It's very, very loose. It's really nice, very brushy, big brush. But then when he was doing like very specific portraits, it's very Freud. I mean, it's unavoidably Freud. So yeah, sometimes we can be awfully referential. I think we have to catch ourselves. I mean, I could give you a list of dozens of artists that for sure have had stages or are currently going through a stage in their life where they are certainly, where it's obvious that they're looking at somebody in particular. But I mean, I do think those are, things that we all have to go through. It just, I think it's our responsibility. It's completely on us to catch ourselves and to say, okay, why are you wanting to have this experience?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we have to like be kind to ourselves and say, okay, do the painting, do the damn painting. Just go through the thing that you want to go through. Let's go through, let's do this. Like nobody's going to get harmed if you just do that one painting that you want to do because you want to kind of experience, what that painter went through or felt, when they were doing their painting. But when you're done, like be done with it, and let's move forward and let's find a way to get back into the road that we are undoubtedly supposed to travel, and the one that's going to teach us the most, which is our own road.
Nicholas Mijarovich said, I agree, Danny, well said. Like your personal mix of many different influences produce a unique quote-unquote style. So yes, but I wanted to say that I don't feel that that's a good thing if you kind of have a pot and just put inside, like pick the things you like from an artist and put it inside and just make a mix of it. And because it's so blended, you can't say what came from what artist. I don't think it works like that. But I think that when you start looking to very different artists, you start recognizing the things you like in their work. So you kind of get, it's an easier way to know the things you like from painting because you're seeing it in someone else's work. But again, if you're only seeing one person, you just say, I want to copy that because something that they do call me. Like, I know that something's calling me. But if you see a lot of different painters, maybe you can say, oh, maybe I'm super interested in high chroma. And that's not something that this specific artist do. And I don't have to try to paint in the same way they do. But now I recognize that that's something that really attracts me. So I think that when you see a lot of people, it's easier to recognize the things you like about painting itself.
And different practices of art too.
Yeah.
Like for me,
Yeah.
it's photography, for example. I remember, when I first saw Sally Mann's work, particularly the photos of her children. I've mentioned this, many, 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 many times.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as if, I liked her before I had children. So it's not as if you look at Sally Mann's work and you go like, oh my God, I need to have children just so that I can have models.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't. That's kind of stupid. But for me, what hit me was like, oh my God, you could be in this, house/ranch in, the middle of nowhere with a camera, with a view camera, and your husband and your kids, and that's all you need to make some of the most fascinating photographs ever taken. That's all you need. And those sort of things, like what Danny's saying, like when you look elsewhere and you find, you find essentially what moves you, you realize, oh yeah, this has nothing to do with painting. Nothing. Like you can solve it through painting. You could make it a point to try and then solve those things that you adore through painting. And that's going to make you a painter. But the very things that move you, they're going to move you if you see them in a movie,
Mm-hmm.
or if you hear the lyrics of a song, or if you see a photograph, or if you see a sculpture, or if you see a video installation or anything. It doesn't matter. You start realizing, okay, this is not about painting.
Exactly. And it's also not about painting or this sort of art, but also this is not something about this painter specifically.
Right.
When you are like super fixated in only one artist, you start to recognize it's something that you like. It's not that you only like and you would only be happy if you paint like X, Y, or Z painter. It's like starting to recognize the things that really move you from that painter or artist that you really admire. Julia dice, me
Who is
toca
that?
irme.
No.
Feliz fin de semana, gracias como siempre. Ay, no, Julia ya se fue porque iba a hacer la pregunta. Había hecho un Would You Rather súper extraño, Julia.
A ver, pero pues bueno,
en honor a Julia.
No lo deja de legado.
So Julia Tover
I don't know who
was
that is.
proposing a very weird Would You Rather.
Okay, so she just
So-
dropped that and left.
Julia said, no, she said that quite a bit ago, but
Okay,
I was just ignoring Julia. No, I'm joking.
like we all do.
I didn't realize she had asked that. So, Julia was saying, I thought of a quote unquote, would you rather the other day. If you were going to lose your arm,
Oh my God.
yeah, Julia,
Yeah, I mean,
would you rather know beforehand? Beforehand,
oh Jesus.
Julia,
Always
and
with the
prepare
word.
yourself? Or would you rather not know? I would rather know.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Mm,
probably going to hurt less when you don't know.
yes.
I mean, this is dark, by the way.
yeah.
This is very dark.
But I think I would rather know.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's not use a limb. Let's say if something painful was going to happen to you.
I would rather know.
Would you want to know about it before, or would you much rather just experience it and just
Again, I would rather know.
Although, I'll give you an example. When I broke my nose playing football,
hmm
I still think, I mean, I haven't gone through incredibly painful things in my life, like physically painful. I don't think so. When I'm trying to think about it in my past, like if I've had like just
Like
terribly,
physically
yeah, like
painful?
terribly physically painful stuff happen to me. I mean, I've had my share of like painful stuff, but I don't know if terribly painful. But I could tell you right now that because my nose was like, I ended up with a Picasso nose. It was like covering my eye. Because they headbutted me. The defender, I was the defender, and it was a corner kick, and I headed the ball, and the attacker headbutted me. You know, he jumped up, and went straight to my nose. So my nose was like on the side of my face, and I still remember thinking that was like the, thousandth of a second more pain, the most painful thousandth of a second in my life. Like that tiny moment was like the most pain I think I've ever felt.
Yes, and maybe think about knowing that.
Right.
Like
I wouldn't be able
knowing
to. No, I wouldn't be able to. Like,
Yeah.
I'd much rather that happen to me again like that
without knowing.
than saying, hey, it's coming, boom. No. I'd much rather just say, oh, come on, get it over with. Like, I don't want to hear about it. Just get it over with. Like, just do it.
Leah said she didn't say it was painful. It might be a painless surgery.
Okay, Liad with
But
the
I don't think
curveball.
there's a
Liad always with the
Painless
curveball.
surgery. I mean, I've only had my wisdom teeth out. I've never had a surgery. But I don't think that recovering from surgery can be like unpainful. Unpainful?
Not painful?
Not painful. So,
Or do you remember, did you ever watch, oh my God, I don't know what it's called in English. The
What?
Tom Hanks movie that he's like a stowaway. He's a náufrago? What is that called in English? What is that called?
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that he's like, what's it called? People are going to help us.
Castaway?
Castaway. There we go.
I googled it.
What did I
by the
what did
way.
I say? Stow?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I think I used the word as if he was like a pirate or something. Anyways, so there's a scene there that is like right before. So it's the sequence that's right before his like transformation, which is pretty amazing actually. Where he has to he was supposed to go to the dentist because he's got like a, you know, his molar is hurting or something. His back, his back tooth is like really hurting, and they're gonna pull it out or do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got like that thing infected, and it's super super painful, and he grabs un patín, ¿cómo se dice? De patinaje.
Skate roller.
A skate, an ice skate, and he grabs an ice skate, and he,
roller skate. It was not.
yeah,
skate
not roller skate,
but-
no, but roller skate, no, like an ice skate. The blade of an ice skate.
No. Because I said,
Oh yeah, don't no.
Roller
I
skate,
mean,
no,
we
no.
butcher English all the time
Yeah.
here.
well, I say butcher. So
Yeah. So he grabs that and he just, like slams it into his tooth and breaks it because that's the only thing that he can do. And I always thought, oh my God, that has to be like one of the most painful / things that you have to like get pumped up for. Like that is fearless. You have to be so fearless to be able to do that because that's so much pain.
Because
I'm sure.
maybe I'm rethinking my. Oh, there was a lot of people saying castaway,
Yeah.
castaway. So
I remember that scene. That scene is
But
horrible.
I'm
So imagine
rethinking
like
my-
knowing that you have to do that.
yeah, but I'm
Oh
rethinking
my
my
God.
answer also because I remember when I saw Big Fish.
When I saw, that's a very
When I saw Big Fish,
okay, yeah, good movie.
yeah, I loved it. And the witch, remember that you can see the way you're gonna die.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like that.
No,
Ever. I wouldn't like to know how I'm gonna die. Because I think I would be super afraid always. I mean, if they tell me you're going to fall from a stair, I don't know.
oh, then you
I
never
would
take the
be
stairs.
exactly.
Yeah.
I would be terrified if I have to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe I'd rather not know.
What
I don't
about
know.
if they told you the year that you're gonna die?
I think that's better.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I
'cause I
would
would-
say 100% yes to that.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I could do that.
Me too, for sure.
Darían Gallardo dice, chicos, ¿pudieran aclarar mi duda? Claro, ya miro, Darían. No vi el comentario. A ver. Nico, disculpa por preguntar.
No,
A
¿qué
lo
tal?
mejor en otras ocasiones lo has explicado, pero
No,
quisiera
por
saber
favor.
si ese soporte que utilizas no se te mancha por detrás con el aceite del óleo que utilizas.
No, Darían, incluso hemos cogido pinturas anteriores y
Ujú.
las volteamos para que vean cuánto absorbe, cuánta pintura, cuánto aceite absorbe el soporte.
Ujú.
Y pues seguramente tiene que ver un poquito con el grosor del papel, pero la incidencia del aceite es mucho, mucho menor de la que uno cree. Muchísimo menor. Entonces, le podemos hacer el favor
Claro,
a Damián y le mostramos
ya paso.
eh,
quieres? ¿Cuál quieres?
la de Fer, ¿cuál es?
La de Fer en el espejo con el peinado.
Ah, sí, esa es reciente. Podemos mostrar esa. So somebody's asking about how much oil does the raw paper absorb. So the easiest way to know how much oil the paper absorbs is to... So this is Fer's painting from the other day. It's very nice. I actually like that painting. Is to do this. So you can actually see that it does stain, but it's, nothing, it's nothing like dramatic. There's nothing terribly dramatic about it. And it's very weird, right? The why certain colors like will stain more than others. It's very particular. That's very funny. Because there's no medium. We didn't use any medium, so it's just paint. I'm guessing because I did put a lot of paint initially here. Like there's a lot more paint here than there is here. So that makes sense. The more paint you have, the more oil is going to absorb. Sí, entonces no sé si vio, es una mancha, pues, no sé, pequeña. Y mostremos uno de los de los del Visual Correspondence. De pronto podemos mostrar. Están debajo de ese papel mantequilla, lindita.
Ah, pero
Cualquiera de los dos. So for this one, which actually has like an underpainting, let's see, I haven't really seen it. So there was a drawing, an underpainting, and then I started painting. So let's see how good / bad it is. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Entonces, mire, Darian. Darian. Le dije Damián de pronto ahorita, ¿no? Darian. Darian, mire, sí absorbe, o sea, sin duda absorbe algo del aceite, pero, claro, pero no es que parezca una servilleta de una empanada. O sea, sí lo puedo como describir de esa forma. Pues queda muy claro, yo creo, para todos los que comemos empanadas. No sé si Darian coma empanadas.
Asumiste que Darian.
Yo asumo que todo latinoamericano en algún momento de su vida ha comido empanadas. Y si ha comido
grasosas.
empanada,
Sabe que es la grasa
sabe lo que
empanada
es
en
la grasa
servilleta.
empanada.
O de
Sabe lo que
buñuelos.
es la grasa de la empanada porque uno le dan una servilleta con la empanada. Entonces,
Sí, que la verdad al final uno no se la puede ni usar para limpiar la boca porque
no, pues que
ya está llena de grasa.
no, sale con una boca.
So let's see some comments. So MER
Yeah.
was saying quite a bit ago, I wish I had someone in my life that loved me half as much as Liad loves you.
Oh my God, Liad, I think there's a proposal in there. Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
want to.
but Liad is super, super nice
Very sweet.
with us. Yeah, very, very sweet. Ricardito
Oh,
dice, pues decía hace un tiempo, hola chicos, llego tarde.
tarde, my leaf-veiled boy.
¿Cómo está Ricardito?
Ricardito.
TY was saying, Nicolas,
Tijuana.
getting good at painting takes a lot of practice.
Yes.
But as a busy guy, if all I have
yeah.
is 1 to 2 hours of daily practice,
Okay, that's plenty. That's pretty good.
would I eventually get good?
Of
Or
course.
do I need to squeeze in more time?
No, I mean, well, it's if you can squeeze in more time, it's like anything in life. You know, it's gonna that time that you put in is gonna be very grateful to you. So it is gonna pay you back. But you know, I think the same could be said about anything. That shouldn't be surprising in any way. But if you have 2 hours like daily hours, that's amazing. Like that's really, really good. So yeah, don't ever convince yourself that that's not enough. That's pretty remarkable that if you that would be great discipline if you set out 2 hours of your day to work on your painting. That's amazing.
Marcelo Peralta said, did you ever saw Russell Crowe's Master and Commander? There's an amazing arm. I don't know if I can say that word.
Go for it. Okay. Yeah.
Arm
that's-
amputation scene.
Yeah, but I'm still. That's
You
the
don't
one.
actually see it,
Yeah.
but the scene is so well done. It's terrifying. And
I'm
Rosalind said, Master and Commander is a favorite in our house, Marcelo.
Yeah, I should watch that movie again.
And
That's the one
Shade
that he's
also
like
said that they love that one.
that he's got like a small-ish boat. Is he like a fisherman of some sorts, like a crab fisherman or something? And he just goes out in the end, maybe. I mean, spoilers, but no. But you can kind of sense that that's that sort of movie. I think I saw that once, and I felt it was really good. But I have never seen it again, so maybe I got to see it again.
Rosalind said, no, he's a soldier.
What?
Um,
Okay, so I don't know this one then.
Rajita
What am I
said,
thinking of then?
Rajita said, so long ago, I painted directly on paper and then I put gesso on the back, thinking I was quote unquote sealing the back. Does that make sense?
That makes sense, but that's not going to do much for the paint that you've already put on top. So that's going to work for the humidity and maybe, I don't know, maybe kind of like fungi that's going to grow because of humidity. That is going to help that for sure. I remember people telling me that if you mix an alum solution, that prevents fungus.
Ujú.
That prevents mold, fungus growing on the back of your paintings. I forget how much alum. I don't know. I forget. 2%, maybe 20%, something like that. But it's not going to do anything for for this side of the painting where your fibers have already absorbed everything that you're doing. So it's not going to be for nothing, but it's not going to do anything for the front of the painting, if that makes sense.
Carla Gómez dice, ¿harías una novela gráfica con ilustraciones como la que hiciste de las almohadas de Dani?
De las almohadas de Dani.
De la señora con las almohadas en la espalda.
Buah, pero sí, no sé cuánto me tomaría eso y cuánto me demoraría, pero yo no soy escritor, ¿no? O sea, yo no... Ese tipo de proyectos, novelas gráficas, por ejemplo, a mí que me encanta Jorge González, se me hace un ilustrador monstruoso, impresionante. No, novelas gráficas son trabajos de 2 años, o sea, son trabajos muy, muy, muy pesados. Entonces, pues no sería un trabajo que uno dice, ay, listo, lo quiero hacer y ya. No, esos son trabajos costosos, o sea, el costo normalmente son bien pagos, porque además, pues es es el aceptar que son 2 años de la vida de un artista trabajando para un proyecto. O sea, no puede ser un proyecto, uno no puede ganarse la plata de unos meses habiendo trabajado en un proyecto durante 2 años. Esa es la verdad. Entonces, tienden a ser proyectos muy grandes, costosos, dependiendo del sitio pueden ser proyectos muy bien pagos, pero son proyectos donde no es el proyecto de una sola persona, es el proyecto de como todo un equipo. Y yo no soy escritor, entonces...
Dabi was saying hello. Hi, Dabi. Happy to have you here.
Yeah. Y tampoco, pues solo para acabar, digamos que yo no estoy en el momento de mi vida que de pronto un escritor me llama y me dice, oiga, trabajemos en esto, no se le haría súper chévere. Pues yo ya estoy más viejo y yo no puedo poner como todo, o sea, yo ya trabajo en cosas que sean relativamente fijas, como de,
Igual yo no creo que eso tenga que ver solo con la edad.
sino
como
que digo que ya pasó tiempo.
Por decisión.
Sí, uno también joven puede decir, no, hey, no. Lo que pasa es que muchos jóvenes hay veces tienen no sé, si yo tuviera 22 años y estoy viviendo donde mis papás y estoy ganando un poco de plata de lado, pero no tengo que pagar arriendo y no tengo que pagar comida, o bueno, o puedo ayudar con la comida, no tengo que pagar servicios o puedo ayudar con los servicios, pues seguramente si alguien me dice, oiga, le tengo un proyecto súper chévere, le importaría, y es un proyecto que uno se demora haciendo 2 años, y pues la vida de uno no depende, el día a día de uno no depende de ese proyecto, pues sí, o sea, yo en ese momento de mi vida, yo seguramente considero ese tipo de proyectos, pero hoy en día yo no puedo considerar algo así.
Ignacio Casas dice, ¿usted cree que sus mejores obras, a su juicio, se deben a estar pasando por circunstancias particulares en su vida? Usted puede mantener un nivel durante toda su vida, pero los más sobresalientes, ¿a qué cree que se deban? No buscando una fórmula mágica, sino para saber cómo es usted.
Ignacio, ¿qué tal? No, yo no sé. No, yo no creo mucho en eso. Yo creo que uno debería ser capaz, porque eso también muchas veces va atado de, uy, este es como la antología de Shakira, entonces fue cuando terminó la
que además
relación.
Normalmente en arte está como atado al dolor, como a sufrimiento,
Sí,
como a
siempre hay como un
tristeza,
drama ahí grande
que es
necesario.
como súper triste, como que se tiene esa idea de que entonces uno tiene que estar roto para poder crear algo como súper diciente, súper fuerte, súper...
Sí,
no
sí,
sé.
sí, como que nace del dolor, Como que el buen arte nace de dolor, de la pérdida,
sufrimiento, sí.
y pues la verdad es que no, o sea, eso no siempre es así. O sea, por lo que yo tengo entendido, Velázquez no es que haya sufrido. Digamos que sufrió más Rembrandt, pero, o sea, Velázquez, uno de los pintores más grandes de la historia, si no el pintor más grande, no, no para mí, pero no es que se haya sufrido, él vivió re bien, re bien. Entonces, Rubens vivió como un príncipe, Van Dyck también. O sea, no, el arte se puede hacer, arte valioso se puede hacer, pintura valiosa se puede hacer sin el trauma. Sí, yo pienso que eso es como, yo no sé si post, por tener como el epistolario este de Van Gogh con Theo, que la gente también como que romantizó mucho lo que es el sufrir.
Y yo creo que es eso, o sea, es romantizar como el sufrimiento.
Sí.
Que yo creo que incluso, no sé, de pronto Ignacio no estuvo ese día, pero me acuerdo que un día estábamos discutiendo acá sobre eso, sobre que yo estaba hablando, digamos, cuando yo perdí a mi tío y a mi abuelo en un lapso de un mes, que me acuerdo que en la universidad, yo en esa época estaba estudiando y yo no quería trabajar, no quería, o sea, me sentaba a trabajar y tenía la cabeza en otro lado, no quería, no podía. Y alguien en la universidad, como un profesor de una clase me dijo, como explota tu tristeza, explota esa tristeza porque de la tristeza es que sale como las obras más profundas. Y yo decía, ¿cómo así que explota tu tristeza? O sea,
Sí, de la tristeza.
¿cómo
Hay
así
veces
que?
es tristeza.
Sí, no, y era como trabaja con eso que la vida te dio. Y yo decía, o sea, no sé, no, como trabaja con la muerte, como con las dos muertes cercanas que por las que acabas de pasar, con las que estás tratando de lidiar, no, no, y yo no creo lo que tú dices, puede que mucha gente haya producido en momentos súper oscuros de su vida, pero yo no creo que uno tenga que estar en esos momentos de su vida para producir y tampoco creo que todo el mundo pueda producir cuando está en esos momentos. Que yo creo que también como que eso se volvió parte de como esa idea de romantizar la tristeza y es como, ay, siempre que esté triste, tengo que traducirlo en arte. Y yo creo que la gente lidia con tristezas de manera distinta. No todo el mundo las puede lidiar por el arte. Entonces, como ese peso que se le pone, ese peso añadido al sufrimiento de decir, o sea, usted está sufriendo y esto es terrible, pero además como está sufriendo y ese artista produzca, no
Mm.
sé, no sé, es
¿Quién sabe si
complicado.
de pronto, porque yo estoy contigo, a mí se me ha dificultado muchísimo, en momentos dolorosos se me dificulta muchísimo hacer,
Ujú.
muchísimo. O sea, es lo último que se me pasa por la cabeza, como, uy, estoy que me produzco, o sea, tengo este dolor tan profundo en mi ser que estoy que me pinto. No, ¿qué es eso? O
Sí.
sea,
No, y si hay,
eso es,
hay gente que como que cataliza sus emociones así, está perfecto,
sí,
pero no, no de la otra manera. No creer que entonces tengo que catalizarlas así porque es que
sí,
soy artista. No, porque yo
sí,
creo que
no,
de esa manera no funciona.
sí, sí, quizás, o a manera de terapia, digamos.
Ujú,
Que para algunas personas, más allá de potenciarlas, como tú dices, o que sirva de eso de catalizador para un proceso creativo, como lo sugieres, eh, más allá de eso, yo creo que de pronto hay personas que dicen, oiga, es que esto es lo que me ayuda a superar ciertas cosas.
ujú.
O sea, es como mi autoterapia, mi
Sí, sí,
manera
sí.
de poder emocionalmente lidiar con algo. Y yo sé que Ignacio tampoco, y lo curioso es que Ignacio tampoco estaba preguntando sobre
Tristeza.
traumas,
Ujú.
sino puede haber procesos en la vida que son bonitos y
Sí, o gente que produzca cuando está súper contenta.
sí, sí,
O
sí,
cuando, solo cuando todo va bien.
sí,
Ay,
exacto.
perdón, está sonando mi
Pero,
zapato mucho contra el.
sí, como un pedo.
No,
Eh,
es que
nor-
son de cuero contra el cuero.
los pedos. Pero normalmente, pues así, digamos que lo que uno tiende a escuchar es, es la parte traumática, es la
Ujú.
parte que tiene que ver con, no, 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 es que fue un año súper duro, pero aquí están las pinturas que dan fe de lo duro que fue este año.
Ujú.
Y pues a nosotros los seres humanos como nos encanta ser como rebolleristas, pues eh, supongo que tener la experiencia de un sufrimiento ajeno a través de una pintura, pues también nos atrae muchísimo. Eso nos atrae muchísimo. Porque más allá de lo que pueda despertar en uno, si despierta ese mismo, pues nunca va a despertar esa misma calidad de sufrimiento, pero uno puede decir, ay, me identifico, pero también uno puede simplemente decir, guay, mire lo que esta persona estaba haciendo en su momento más esquizofrénico. O sea,
Mm,
esa, yo creo que eso tiene un atractivo para nosotros, pues grande. Por eso es que eso, pues por eso es que Van Gogh es tan popular y tan cliché también. O sea, porque muchísima gente llega a esa pintura a través es del drama.
ujú.
Yo me pregunto si no existiera la historia del lóbulo de la oreja y si no existiera como la historia mm, de internarse en una clínica psiquiátrica,
Ujú.
si no existiera toda esa vida que termina tan triste, tan mal, si la gente a través de la pintura hubiera, digamos que hubiera sido un total extraño y uno solo ve la vida a través de la pintura o solo infiere la vida a través de la pintura, quién sabe si la reacción hubiera sido la misma. Porque es que así nos toca con muchísimos pintores, como de pronto hay datos de los pintores, o sea, uno sabe en dónde vivieron y qué tipo de familia, si tuvieron familia,
Ujú.
con qué tipo de familia convivieron y cómo fue esa relación familiar. O sea, uno puede saber cosas, pero hay muchísima, o sea, yo me atrevo a decir que hay una grandísima parte del el mundo del arte donde uno nunca va a conocer a ciencia cierta cómo era ese ser humano.
Ujú.
No se puede. Y uno lo que trata es como de pues, recoger esas boronitas a través de las pinturas o la obra que hayan dejado y
Ujú.
de armar un rompecabezas si se puede.
Ujú.
Pero sí, quién sabe si Van Gogh hubiera sido eso. Pero en mi caso, para responder ahora sí directamente a la pregunta, para no como darle tantas vueltas, Ignacio, no, yo no creo. O sea, en mi proceso es más como de una disciplina diaria, o sea, como una constante. Y es una constante que no necesariamente depende de mi estado de ánimo o de cómo estaba, no sé, mi familia o cómo estaba mi relación con mis papás en algunos momentos de mi vida y si eso se reflejó ahí como sí se refleja en muchos artistas. Yo creo que mucha obra de muchos artistas hoy en día es biográfica. O sea, más allá de que sea, más allá de que esté señalando actos particulares que suceden en la vida del artista, em, pues contextualmente se puede entender como biográfica. Y a la gente le encanta eso, como, este es el momento que vivió en esta ciudad y se interesó por esto, entonces eso hizo que hiciera como este tipo de obra y aquí después viajó o conoció a su pareja y entonces pasó esto, o no, y aquí terminó esa relación, entonces pasó esto, y no, o aquí, o sea, el drama, siempre es como, siempre hay drama, o sea,
Pues, o más que drama, yo creo que de pronto como una narrativa, como
sí,
un...
sí, pero a la gente le fascina es la narrativa del drama. O sea, piensa en otro caso, en Frida, por ejemplo.
Sí,
Es
pues,
una vida, o
sí,
sea,
sí, sí.
¿cómo no entender esa vida como una gran tragedia casi?
Ujú.
Entonces, y la gente conecta con tragedias, o sea,
Mm.
eso está en el ser humano en conectar con ese tipo de cosas. Em, pero sí, yo diría que en mi caso, no. O sea, seguramente las pinturas dan fe de intenciones que he tenido en su momento y cómo y esas intenciones seguro van a haber cambiado con el paso del tiempo. O sea, seguro van a transformarse con el paso del tiempo. Es que cómo no. Pero, pero que yo sienta que tiene que pasar algo. Sí, o
O que
sea,
tiene que haber como una emoción predominante
no,
para poder
así,
producir, ¿no?
Adele, Shakira, no.
No,
No diría,
y por eso yo
no
decía,
en mi caso,
ujú,
en mi
sí,
caso.
sí, y por eso yo pues también quería volver a decir que yo creo que lo difícil como con la idea de que se romantizó es que se cree que esa es como la norma para todo el mundo. Pero pues de nuevo, hay gente que sí puede catalizar así sus emociones y está perfecto,
Mm.
pero es
Tay
que hay
Tay.
gente,
Ahorita que de pronto sigue Mario ahí.
si Mario está acá,
Sí.
pero la verdad Tay Tay logra con cualquier emoción que tenga hacer una buena canción, entonces no, no aplica, eh,
Uf. O
pero
sea,
no, iba a decir que, o sea, hay gente que de verdad sí le funciona, o sea, hay gente que de verdad sí siente que es como una manera de, como de sacarse el peso que tiene encima, o como una manera de entender las cosas que le están pasando, pero de nuevo hay gente que no, y lo que yo no siento que esté bien es como pullar a alguien que no está bien, como, no, aproveche esto, aprovechelo, explote esa tristeza, en vez de llorar, pinte, es como, no, no, porque pues cada proceso es muy distinto, entonces, sí. Julián Cabrera, nuestro amigo Neivano,
ajá.
was asking, may I ask again something that went missing when the crowd came to the stream? Yes, please.
Oh, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Navan friend.
Yeah, Neivano. It sounds like Nirvana, no?
Yeah.
Nirvana.
Mm.
Ricardito was saying,
Oh, I thought you were going to read the
no, no,
thing.
no, because they were asking if they can re-ask it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure.
So,
Of course. Of course.
Ricardito está diciendo, yo ahorita justo estoy queriendo trabajar en una pieza con toda la mierda.
Miércolera.
Es que por eso pausé, como para que no
Sí.
la detecte.
Tú di mier y yo digo da.
1, 2, 3, mier.
No, pues
No,
no lo
pero
pueden.
así no, porque si no, sí se entiende completa.
No, no, no.
Entonces, mier,
Esto
da.
estuvo. Tú sabes que esto es como súper famoso en Howard Stern porque él decía, a él siempre le ponían trabas por decir groserías. Y entonces él decía, ¿y qué pasa si ella dice un pedazo y yo digo el otro? Yo solo estoy diciendo da,
Bueno,
tú solo estás
entonces,
diciendo mier,
yo ahorita justo estoy queriendo trabajar en una pieza con toda la
mierda. ¡Ay, hijo de pucha! La embarré,
tambor.
discúlpame,
Ay,
discúlpame, la
tú
embarré, la embarré.
solo querías hacer tu chiste bobo.
Un poco.
¿Qué me pasó en el último mes?
Mm,
Le quiero poner bastante emoción, no sé, tal vez me hará sentir mejor. Claro, por eso yo digo, si Ricardo entiende eso como algo que quiere hacer como parte de su proceso, pues obviamente, o sea, obviamente, y lo bueno pues es que el arte siempre va a estar ahí para uno. De nuevo, lo que creo que no está bien es cuando uno como que tiene que, como que sentirse obligado, lo que yo decía,
pero
sobre lo que ya estaba, ¿te lo paso? Fue el
no, no,
aire
no.
preciso.
No,
Sí,
no.
ya
No,
no
no,
hay
no,
más.
no creo que lo necesitemos. Gracias, Lindita.
Bueno,
Pero, mi querido Leaffield,
ujú,
lo que yo sí estaría como pendiente, o sea, como que le prestaría atención, es que muchas veces procesos creativos también son procesos como de una exigencia grandísima. Y nosotros hay veces tendemos a ser súper fuertes con nosotros mismos cuando no somos capaces o cuando no podemos solucionar algo de la manera como queremos. Entonces yo lo único que diría es un proceso que puede, que en teoría es como de sanación, no se le puede convertir a uno en un proceso,
que
en
le
una
cause más
fuente, sí, en una fuente de
sufrimiento, sí.
sufrimiento porque uno no está logrando ejecutar cosas dentro del proceso creativo. Yo pienso que eso sí también es uno como darse, elegir ser medio masoquista y darse muy duro cuando en muchos momentos de la vida lo que uno necesita es como sanar y como
Ujú.
volverse una persona como que entienda lo que está pasando. Estoy hablando en mi caso, por ejemplo, que entienda lo que me está pasando y entienda, entenderme y decir, bueno, yo tengo fuerzas para hacer esto, esto va a ser difícil. Y yo creo que este reconocimiento es súper importante.
Ujú.
Pero si a eso uno le añade lo canalla que uno puede muchas veces ser con uno mismo con la ejecución de una obra de arte y uno empieza a sentirse como una basura porque uno no le sale nada y entonces uno es un fake y uno es pésimo y uno no sirve para nada, aparte de lo que uno está tratando como de superar, wow, eso es como complicado. Entonces
Sí, sí,
yo
sí. Como que
estaría,
puede ser un arma de doble
sí,
filo.
yo estaría pendiente como
Ujú.
de que si lo voy a hacer, tampoco es hacer cosas y decir cualquier cosa que haga es divina, preciosa, soy feliz. No, no, no. Uno puede ser exigente, pero siempre pendiente de que uno tampoco lo esté haciendo a un punto donde lo hace mm, mm, entendiendo que se está sacrificando uno como dentro del proceso. O sea,
Ujú,
que hay un poco tonón de pérdida y de lo que es uno solo por el hecho de tratar de producir algo.
ujú. Ricardo dice, cuando estábamos diciendo lo de Mier,
Sí,
está diciendo, he creado caos en el chat, jaja. Y ahora dice, sí, tienes razón, tal vez haré algo más abstracto o algo así.
sí, sí, puede ser
Uy.
algo que uno disfrute en otro sentido o que le empiece a
Ujú,
abrir otras posibilidades que no necesariamente uno las asocie como con la exigencia de, hey, yo sé hacer esto y lo tengo que hacer bien, tengo.
ujú. Julián Cabrera. Julián Cabrera is repeating the question. So it
Yes.
says, what do you think about content over quality? I started practicing drawing and painting again recently because I want to illustrate some stories,
Ujú.
but I know I still need a lot to learn and practice. I don't
Yeah.
know if I should do the best I could and start posting and get better while doing it, or wait, maybe years, until I feel happy with my work. Sorry for the length. Thank you.
Um, I am of the mind that you should do all at the same time because if the latter one is true, the one that says you should wait until you are quote unquote good enough is true, then we talked about this in some other days, but then that would mean that young people or inexperienced people would have nothing of value to
Mm-hmm.
communicate through, whatever artistic endeavor. And the truth is, like, sometimes those messages can be so powerful that they need an execution that is aware. I think you need to be aware of what you can do. I think that that's far more important than doing things well or not.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're aware of the shortcomings that your drawing has, you can really take advantage of, everything that you're limited. And I'm not saying you have a limited ability. I think I'm saying all of us have limited ability. But I think that if you understand the nature of how it's limited, you can take advantage of that and make anything that will never make the viewer feel like it's not enough. Like, oh, I wish this was done better.
Mm-hmm.
Like the viewer is never going to feel like I love this idea, but the execution could have been better. And no, I mean that's very true for anything. But what I'm trying to get to is that there are tons of people in the art world, tons of examples in the art world, and you'll find them where people are not the best at drawing. Like their drawing is very, very limited, very limited. But through that drawing, they're able to say incredibly powerful things.
Mm-hmm.
Incredibly powerful things. I usually like outsider. I don't like the name, but outsider art. For example, Horace Pippin that we actually painted Horace Pippin.
Mm-hmm.
And Bill Traylor, for example,
Mm-hmm.
is a great example. You'll find amazing examples in outsider art where there's no education, there's no prior knowledge of how things should be done. There is just this very rudimentary, primitive way of understanding drawing, painting, coloring, and even through very sort of archaic tools, they were able to say so many powerful things that all you need is a tiny example to then realize, okay, it's not dependent on ability. It's never dependent on ability.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you see a couple of examples, it means that that's the rule. Like that should change your mind. With a few examples, you should completely change your mind about that. So yeah, what I usually tell people is that there should be an acknowledgement. You know, being conscious of your own limitations is very difficult. Very, very difficult. To teach ourselves that our limitations are not obstacles. I mean, that they are also things that, you know, maybe we could draw for 20 years and they're still going to be there. And maybe we could work, you know, for however many hours a week you want to work on, and they're still going to be there.
Yeah, and that also goes hand by hand with what Lauren Carter Bridge was saying. That's also something that I wanted to address. Because Lauren said, I wonder if as an artist, you wait until you're very happy with your work before you share it. You will never share it because your expectations / hopes for yourself raise as your capability does, in my opinion. So yeah, I was going to say that because when Julian said, like, maybe I can start posting later, maybe in some years, until I feel happy with my work. I think that the complicated part of that equation is that it's not like a mark that you get there and past there, you're always happy. Like you're learning, but you're happy. I think that the complicated part is that those marks are always moving. So what you thought was good art maybe changes. And maybe you're here in the road, but then the mark's not here, but here. So you're never going to be 100% happy with what you do. And I think that we also spoke about this some weeks ago, maybe some months ago.
Oh, I don't remember.
Because I was talking about how I was afraid of posting on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I think we had a very interesting conversation because there were a lot of people saying that also happens to them. And I was sharing how I realized that the only way of making that fear go away is posting. So, I mean, you have nothing to lose. And I get you if that's your case, because in my case, I would like create a panic mode in my brain just before I was going to click post. Because I thought, like, I could question 1,000 things before I posted. Could be like, what, is it enough? No, maybe it's not as good. Well, maybe no, someone gets to know my work because of this, and maybe they never give me the chance again because I'm not that good in the moment. But maybe it's good. No, but maybe no one's gonna like it. But then when you post it, you stop overthinking because you realize your fear was based on things that really don't matter. I mean, if people don't give it a like, what's the harm in it? You know, like you are like facing your fear by posting it. And you then start realizing that it doesn't matter what people's opinion have less importance when you start posting more and more and more. Because you understand that you're doing that for you. And as Nicolas was saying, it's your own path. So yes, you have to know your shortcomings, but you also have to know your good things and you have to acknowledge your process. So I think it's sad to think that you should just wait to be a better painter, a better sculptor, a better drawer. Because then you're not going to enjoy the process. And I think that process is beautiful because that's what makes you grow as an artist. So if it's about posting online, I would say don't be afraid of it and post it. I mean, no one's expecting you to be the new Rembrandt, as Nicolas was saying. Like, people don't have to have that expectation, and people don't have that expectation about things you do. So maybe you're going to be surprised of the cool feedback you can get, or how you can in some years look back and see all the improvement and all the things that have changed in the way you produce your art. So
Very nice. Nicely
Yeah.
said. Yeah. I don't have anything to add to that, honestly.
well, but that was a long one for me.
Yeah, you were like sweating there. Yeah, I think you lost weight.
No, because I'm always like fairly short with my answers. But I think that's a very cool topic, because I think it's something that happens to a lot of people nowadays.
Yeah.
Like
that's-
that anxiety around social media.
Oh yeah, it's very
It's-
very real. I always have to be careful. Well, not careful, but try to word how I feel intelligently, because I want to say two different things at the same time, which are very much almost, or which at least sound like they're opposite, like opposite ends of the spectrum, which is, I really very much so enjoy the fact that people can interact, like that I can interact with people through like my Instagram account and through these videos. I mean, if it wasn't for that, there would be nothing. It would just be us talking to the ether and feeling like idiots. But so that is very, very much so true. But there's also this other part where I have to be honest and say, I don't really care. Like, I don't care, because when I do this, I have to answer first to something that's within me. And in that answering, nobody can come in, like not you, not my son and daughter, not the people that I love most in my life, just so the people can have this, like, can have clarity about this. So it's not like, oh, you're a stranger, I don't care about you. No. When I'm doing this, I can't think of like, oh, I wonder if Fede likes what I'm about to do. I wonder, like, if she doesn't like this painting, I'm going to throw it away. Like, if she's sad about this paint, if she felt like I missed her attitude, or she just felt the hand was too big, or that she looks older, or that she looks too skinny, too fat, too yellow, too red, or too whatever, then no, I have to be respectful. No. Like, none of that enters my brain. Like, the first thing that I have to answer to is myself. Like, this painting first has to satisfy myself. And I know that usually sounds like, oh my God, look at this ego. No, trust me, like every creative endeavor. I mean, there are some that have like a socializing nature, so they're a little bit different. And particularly if you're working with collectives, but usually when there's, single artists working on their own, practice and their own body of work, like, nothing can enter that realm. And it's best if nothing enters that realm. Like, the whole point of just choosing a life where you're going to, through this practice, learn more about yourself is for you to be by yourself, like for you to care about yourself, so that then you can be useful for others. But if other people start, like, entering into that equation, and or if them forcefully start entering, or if you start giving them the right to enter, then it's so tough. Like, how many people do you have to satisfy? Like, if it's hard enough to satisfy yourself, now imagine trying, before you pick up a brush, to say, I'm going to do this painting, I'm going to post it in the afternoon, it's going to be super cool. But then immediately after that, you tell yourself, oh, I have 2,000 followers. I have to try and think what my 2,000 followers like, so that I can hopefully get on their good side, or at least aim to satisfy the largest percentage of them. So let me see what post they have liked. Like, most of them have liked. Okay, these are my 5 posts that most of them have liked. What do they have in common? Okay, see, I'm using a lot of yellow in this one.
Sustainable.
Okay, so I'm using color, highly saturated. I'm painting females. Okay, so I have to do another female portrait with highly saturated colors. Boom, there you go. That's what I'm going to do right now. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing with your life? No, stop it. Don't ever do that. No, paint whatever the hell you want to
Yeah,
paint.
exactly, because you're also giving a lot of external things, like the faculty to have a saying on your, like what you create, your art. And that shouldn't be that way. I mean, you should share the things you do, and maybe you'll get to people that like the way you work, but not try to change the way you work for people to like you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I think that you should be honest to yourself first, and then the people that may feel something with what you do, then maybe they can stick around, and if they don't, they can go, and it's fine. But I think it wouldn't be cool to have like a lot of people and being in panic mode all the time saying, oh, now I created this persona that creates this art, but it's not really the things I want to create, but I have to keep creating them because they think that I can do it. And then it's terrible, because then you go to that like imposter phase, and you try to keep up, but if it's not honest with what you really want to do, it's gonna catch you sooner or later.
Yeah.
So I think it's easier to be super honest and super open with what you want to do and also what you can do. So
I think that's well said. I think the only reason the both of us have been able to do this we haven't done it for long, but if you really see the amount of work we've put into this kind of, exercise / job that is, what we do now, this would never, ever work. Never in a million years ever work if I don't enjoy like every single time I sit down and paint. Like,
because it would be suffering.
Yeah, who the hell? Like, why would
trying
I ever?
to stay. Yeah.
I chose a career. I think we both did, Danny. Like I know we share things, but you know that out of respect, I try not to speak for you. But you chose a career that is so vastly different from any other career in this planet because of those things. Because you can sit down and say, you know what I'm going to paint today? I saw this bit of dirt that's like outside my door. And I think it's fascinating. It's just dirt. It's like my husband came in and he was with his old boots and he just cleaned his boots right before he came into the house. And there's all this like dirt and snow right outside of the house. And I love it. I love it. And I want to spend like 2 days painting it. It's like, go paint it. Do the ugliest and the most amazing painting. Who cares? But answer to it. Answer. Like that's what you're supposed. That's where all these sacrifices make sense. The type of life that you chose makes sense. Not because you get likes. That's pointless. But because you are a person that's training themselves to say, answer fearlessly, answer without question. When something moves you, answer. When something, if you have this idea in your brain, do it, paint it, draw it, sculpt it, do it. Like, come on. But never, ever, because like imagine choosing what we do so that we grant,
Someone
thousands
else.
of strangers the ability to validate our choices. Like what?
Yeah.
Why would you ever do that? So, yeah.
Roslyn said, I really appreciate your thoughts, Danny. Well said. And Nicolas, your comments are exactly what I needed to hear today. Thanks. Great painting, great chat today.
They are full of
you,
potassium.
Roslyn.
So, they're doctor's orders.
Katya was saying, would love to stay here forever, but my dog needs to go.
Oh, come on.
We'll see you next week. So happy to reconnect. Yuri says hi.
Always.
So hi to Yuri too.
Yeah, I miss Yuri's talks.
Yeah. And we're happy to know of you both again. So we'll see you, I hope, soon here again, Katya.
Of course.
Ricardo was saying, I'm scared of posting on Instagram too. In my case, it has to do with sharing what is in my sketchbooks, ideas, characters, unfinished things. And sometimes I feel nobody wants to see that. They want to
Everyone.
see a curated painting space. And I've been posting my sketches because it's the only thing I've had the strength to do lately. And I don't know, I just sort of want to share my vision regardless of what people think. I do it for myself, so yes, it is selfish. No, and I wouldn't think it's selfish because I think it's very curious to think about. Uh, Instagram, I mean, there's no like parameters that you should answer to when posting. I mean, I know there's like no nudity, whatever, yes, but it never says like, oh, if it's an Instagram of art or if you're an artist and you're on Instagram, you have to have like a super curated selection of your artworks. I think I don't know why we all got to a point where we thought that was the way of posting art,
Yeah.
and that's not really what people want to see. Because I think that people, if they like your work, they just want to see your work, period, whatever that means. So if it means that you are going to upload a process, or you're going to upload a little sketch you did, or a super big sketch, or an unfinished painting, or the process of a painting, or a finished painting, everything is cool to see.
Or a tree.
Or a tree, exactly, or your meal while you're painting, whatever. I mean, it's your social media and it shouldn't be dictated by something else. It's just what you want to post. I mean, you don't have to answer to nobody to post online. So, Elaine Shukri said, I absolutely can relate to all and to what Daniela just said, as I also went through the fear and procrastinated for about a year, and now I feel like I have to have a schedule of posting ink shorts. Um, let's see. No, yeah, and Elaine, I did, because I mean, I was talking about this when I started posting again, and I didn't post for quite a while. And I don't think that, I mean, I don't think the solution is just like you have to upload a painting a day or a drawing a day, or no, but just feel comfortable by doing it. So maybe if you just produce a painting every 6 months and you want to upload it, just do it. Or maybe you want to upload that, but also the process of that painting, that's also valid to do it. Because I think that other topics surrounding social media art posting is like the frequency of posting. So you see a lot of people that post a lot of things, and you feel that that has to be your working time. And I think it's super important to know that everyone has different working times, and that's good. So if someone can make 10 paintings a day, that's good for them. And if you can do only one painting a month, one painting a year, that's good too. Like, it's not a competition. And it's not like the person that paints faster is better because of that. So, yeah, I don't know what you think about that.
I think the best example that I could give people is that, and I don't know if you remember this, Danny, but I think it was since last year or 2 years ago. No, I think it was last year, particularly with Rome. So I had to, no, maybe it was before that, actually. I forget now. No, maybe it was last year. I don't know. Anyways, it's not the point of the story. But usually when I do workshops, I don't post stuff. I don't post much stuff. Like, I go and the reason I don't post much stuff is because I'm in a workshop and that's what I'm doing. I'm working. So my mind is like somewhere else. And a lot of people can post stuff, when they're doing workshops. That's fine. I'm not talking about other people. I'm just talking about myself, and I'm not judging other people, by the way. But I noticed that because, Rome is a 2-week workshop, and it usually involves not posting. Well, for me, it would involve not posting for about 20 days. So maybe, close to like 3 weeks. So I didn't post anything, and I got back. And I remember when I got back, I was like, what is good? Like, what's happening? Like, nobody's seeing my posts.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I guess that's fine. That's, I just have to keep posting again and people will see the posts. And I never recovered. Never. So you could probably track it to that moment where I guess the whatever, data they use to feed into the algorithm was super happy with us, like posting every day, every single day. Like there's this, this little bit of text and these images, and there's a ton of interaction with people, and loving it. Instagram loving us. And then they felt, okay, for 2-3 weeks they didn't post anything, so goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, goodbye, you're out. And for a moment I was like, F you. Like, I'm not gonna bend over backwards to try and like get back to whatever, sick kind of way of understanding what it is to post something and how you're gonna share something. And since that day, like, our account has been, I mean, it's probably like 10% of what it was before, like 20% of what it was before. And I could care less. I don't give a crap about like growing the account or looking at those numbers. Or in fact, it's like super liberating. It's super liberating when you realize, okay, that's how you're going to treat me? Fine. I mean, I'm still going to post because it's like, you're giving me the place to have this wonderful way of interacting. But I could care less about your rules. Like, fine. So it was the app saying, hey, you left, so we changed you for somebody else. We were like, fine, they're gone. And I was like, okay, fine, then I'm gone. Like, fine. I'm not gonna kill myself to try and figure out why it was that they kind of looked over whatever I was doing and how on earth it is, what do I have to bring that back, to bring that moment back? Like, I feel so robbed. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
And
it's wonderful.
It also has to do with what we were talking about again some weeks ago, about how you can never catch up with the algorithm.
Oh, why chase that?
Exactly. It's like there's no point in chasing it, because it's like there was a time that it was like, no, just a picture. So just post a picture. Then with a lot of pictures in the same post. No, but now a video. No, but now an IGTV. No, but now a reel. No, but now stories when you do a reel. So it's like, if you try to do that, I think it's as limiting as when you try to do what people want you to do. So it's like paying attention to all the people. If anyone could say a suggestion about your work and you pay attention to that, you would never like caught up with what everyone says. And I think it's the same with the platforms we use. So
yeah, at least people are people. Imagine chasing data.
Yeah, no. But I was trying to do it as an example, like as a comparison, like saying
no.
You can't pay attention to people because then they're gonna have a saying on what you do, and then you're gonna kind of like shift what you produce according to what you think people want to see. But think about having that variable, but also having the variable of, okay, I have to satisfy all the people that follow me, but also I have to satisfy the algorithm of this platform. So I have to create now with viral songs. But now I have to add some cool fonts. But now they don't even like this platform, so I have to migrate to this other platform. Oh, but maybe in this other platform they liked more the other format that I was using. So it's like, it's never stopping.
Yeah, stop it.
So
stop it. Yeah, I was being a little cynical, like trying to say, Well, at least, the other ones are people, but an algorithm is just like a stupid, you know, it- I mean, we are the ones that are like giving this thing like personality and like a body to it. We are
Mm-hmm.
animating this damn thing, which is like the most ridiculous set of numbers that we are choosing to like make those things important in our lives. And trust me, Danny and I made our choice long time ago,
Yeah.
and we don't care. We really don't. And if it ended tomorrow, we'll be fine. We'll find some other way because people find other ways. Like um when who was it? Darian that was saying about getting better, or who was it? I'm sorry, or Jose or
No, no, no. It was Julian.
Julian. So Julian was saying, or should I wait maybe some years to try and post? Maybe in some years there's nowhere to post.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this ends in like next year or the day or the year after, and we will find other ways of socializing, and hopefully always like healthier ways and more balanced ways. So yeah, I would say do it for the good reasons that are still here, in these platforms. Like there are still very good reasons to be in YouTube and to follow like creators and to be moved by what they do. Yeah, for sure. There's a ton of people that work really, really hard at doing what they do, at sharing, their incredible talent, and it's amazing. It's a wonderful platform to see the breadth of talent that is all over this planet. That's amazing. Same with Instagram. It's a wonderful place to say, wow, I never knew that there were so many. Like for us, we've bought like 4 or 5 pieces from like Ukrainian illustrators before. This is not like due to the war or anything. It's just I was shocked at illustration, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna bundle like countries that right now in no way would want to feel bundled, but there's so much like wonderful qualities to like Eastern European and like Russian illustration, and like young people doing it. There's very much like a school to the illustration that is quite prevalent there in that region of this planet, that beautiful region of this planet, regardless of what you call the country. And there's so many people that we were able to like see and say, wow, they're so talented. And we have so many beautiful things from people all over this world. And it's only possible because there's a place like this. It's only possible because there is a place like this that says, hey, do you want to share with people what you do and what you love?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. Just post things. So I choose to still see the nice part of it, the part that actually can make us better people. Sure, when there is a high chance that this just crumbles down, that this just all falls apart, because there's always a chance that happens. And when that day comes, I hope that we're better for having acknowledged the good things about this platform, and then we're going to move on to somewhere else where we're going to hopefully try to say, what did we learn from this past experience? Let's try to make the idea of sharing wonderful talent far more accessible. And that's going to open something that we can't even think of nowadays. If we could think about it, we would all be millionaires and we would all be doing, whatever it is the next step. But we can't. And that day will come for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That day of course will come. And we as artists are going to be grateful, and we have to be also ready to embrace like that new way of sharing what we love. And then we'll also feel very stupid for having let this other thing control any aspect of our lives if we did. Because we're going to notice that nothing lasts forever. This dumb platform will not last forever. And we gave it far more relevance than it deserved.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know. Always have like a bit of perspective, regarding these things, because
Mm-hmm.
they are just temporary. All of these things are just temporary.
Mm-hmm. Elaine Shukri said, that is a great point, Daniela. RE, ¿qué significa?
Regarding?
Regarding posting quality work rather than a painting a day, I think my point was more that it took me a long time to feel confident to post my work. Yeah, no. I got it. But what you were saying also like got me going with the topic. But no, I got it. Because I understood what you were saying, because it's the same thing that happened to me, that I was afraid of posting, and sometimes the cure to that is just post and post and post and post. So, and Elaine also said, this is a great conversation. This is a great conversation though, as I feel like a lot of people struggle with it. Or maybe it's just me and the fact that I have only just returned to my art after 20 years of corporate life.
Oh,
no,
it's
you would
me.
be surprised.
It's me also. I mean, don't worry.
Yeah,
it's all of us.
It's everyone. Yeah, when we were having this conversation at the beginning of the year, there were a lot of people like commenting like, I thought I was the only one struggling with this. And then other one would be, no, I thought I was the only one. Like, it's nice to know. I mean, it's not nice to know that people
that
are
we're all
struggling with
suffering.
things. Yeah. But it's nice to know it's not only something that's happening to you, but that there's a lot of people that have not struggle, but that have think about posting in the same way you have. So Lapis Exilis, so Shade said, Nicolas, you are the product and you are marketed to advertisers. That's it. Arcuda 2001 said, I think many people post work as marketing means. They are doing it with passion and pride. They have an ultimate goal of income eventually coming from it. The important thing to me is to build a community first.
Yeah, that doesn't, none of the other stuff works if you don't do, if first you don't post stuff that matters to you, that really, really matters to you.
It's honest to you. Again, it's
yeah,
like,
and mattering to you doesn't mean that it's good paintings. Yeah, matters to you is just feels like, hey, like I am hoping that people can go with me on this ride. And then you post things to show them whatever that ride means, whatever that ride is going to be. And the good thing about that is, like, if people are willing to go down this path with you, and it's a path that you were like, I don't have to do much. This is my life. So all I have to do is just share my life. That's it. Like, I don't even have to go out of my way to do it. I don't even, like, if you find that sweet spot where it's just about what you do naturally, then you're never going to have to worry about that, like, a day in your life.
Yes. And also, I think that it's cool to know that there's not like something you can share and something you can't share. So not only regarding the artist process, but also if you want to share things about your life, I think you should do it. Because I think I've had this conversation with some other artists that say like, no, but I mean, I know that I can't share like my stuff in my Instagram because it's art related. But I always think like, but why? I mean, who says that? You are the one that's sharing what you want to share. So if you want to share about your painting, but you also want to share your dog or your friends, or I mean, it's your life. Nothing should like mandate what you share or don't share.
Yeah.
So
I think we both are fans of Tara Booth, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's a wonderful example of somebody who has gone through super tough things in her life
Mm-hmm.
and has decided that for her, it's cool to be open about them. That doesn't have to be true for anyone else. It doesn't at all. I'm not trying to tell people, hey, open up about your darkest secrets or your most painful memories. No. This is a decision that you alone and only you can take and
Yes, but
make.
it's like, I mean, if you want to, you can do that. And it's not something that's going to change the fact that you're an amazing artist. It's just going to create an audience that want to be part of that. So if you want to share, then share. If you don't want to share, then don't share, but just don't feel forced to do it one way or the other.
Right.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know why I have a terrible memory. But
I don't know. God.
no, because I was thinking about an artist
Yeah.
that I follow.
Can I help? Maybe do I know them or maybe
I don't
not?
know. She's up here. So her name is Heather In Martin, and she does like plein air sometimes,
Okay.
or she just sets something up in her living room and she paints it.
Yeah.
But I mean, she also shares a lot about her animals because she has like chickens, ducks, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And she just like bundles everything and shares everything. And I think that the cool part about following her, at least for me,
It's the
is,
chickens.
is to know all that. I mean, you see the paintings of the chickens,
That's
but
awesome.
you also see when she has to follow the chickens around to get them to enter to
Get over here.
yeah, exactly. Or when she's trying to feed them, or when she's sharing how the dogs drink water, but then she shows a painting of the dogs. So
That's wonderful.
I think it's super cool, just when you're honest with what you want to share. So Danny was saying, "Hey guys, I'm practicing form while listening to the live."
Awesome.
Liat was saying, that's what I struggle with. I talk to marketing people and they say, quote unquote, you need to figure out who your audience is and find out where they are. And I'm like, I'm my market and I'm at home painting.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I know that it works if you are like a brand. And if you have like, if you're trying to target certain people. But I don't think you should do that being an artist. Or I don't think it's helpful if you don't want it to be that way.
Yeah, it's very different. I think
Yes.
there's such a like I don't mean to bundle us or to say like, oh, we're so weird. Like we as as this little niche group of people, we are so different and that's what makes us cool. But the truth is, maybe the values that we do uphold or the things that interest us or the sort of lives that we decide to live and the priorities that we decide to kind of construct our lives upon, they are a little different than other people's. Like when I went down and my mother was I don't know, my mother came by and I had to like give her something, and it was like a couple of days after the tattoos that I had of Samuel Fer on my neck, which are super there, but they almost feel like invisible.
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
feel like they were part of you
yeah, they're
forever.
there. They feel like skin to me
Yeah.
in many ways. And my mom was like peeking and saying like, I want to see what they look like. Like she's always super nervous. When I did my hands too, she was super nervous. And I told my mother again, like, Mom, my life, like, this will never impact any aspect of my life. No aspect. Like, I can imagine other people thinking like, no, come on, you can't do that. Like, I'm going to have meetings. I have to go to banks or I have to meet with like, I don't know, the Pope. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know where I went there. But, that there's people that are going to say, no, this would make, this would make this part of my life a lot harder. So of course I'm not going to do that. And when I think about that, I'm like, this is gonna make no part of my life tougher, but it's gonna make me so happy.
Mm-hmm.
That those are the sort of things that I feel, you know, we as artists or people that have like certain attitudes regarding life, like we can do, and it's different. It just feels different, but not in a way where you're trying to be desperately different. But it's just that you have made choices in your life that have granted you like the possibility to say, hey, live your life however you want to live your life. You know, it's almost like the world is telling you, when you are at your happiest, like you are the most useful at your most useful to this world.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you are whole, this world will be a better place because of you. That's how I like to believe artists' lives are. When an artist is just, you know, happy, like whole, I don't know, peace of mind, whatever that means for everyone out there. Like that's when they're firing at all cylinders. Like that's when there's,
Mm-hmm.
you know, this tranquility to doing whatever they do. And it could be work that is super dense, and it could be super painful, and it could be, but there's this clarity of mind and peacefulness about this that it allows them to approach, you know, these things. So I think that that's the biggest treasure that we have. We should fight for those things.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are the things of value. You know, like having meetings with people that tell us how to grow our like to dislike ratio, or interactivity, or you know, those are, I mean, fine, sure, if you want to go through that hell, go through it, but that's, I don't know. As somebody who has built, you know, a tiny little career on a tiny little part of you know, this platform, and who has never ever paid for advertising or ever had a meeting with anyone about any of these things, I could tell you that it just doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It really doesn't matter. So, anyways, there's an openness that I wanted to leave, like
I like it too.
yeah, like a vignette, like an old school illustration, like
Mhm.
vignette. I would imagine like this would be the article, and the and the story would start in the bottom part of the page. Oh, I didn't notice, but I put my finger all over the place, so it's kind of like spotty, you know, there, but it's not going to look clean, but I don't care. That it is how it is. So yeah, I like it. I like this painting
like it
quite a
too.
bit. Yeah, it's very much Fed again. She has an enormous hand, so who cares? I mean, it is what it is. Again, I'm guessing that I just see her growing every time I paint her. I see her growing.
Mm-hmm.
It is driving me insane. So it was just a small acknowledgement of that growth. Like in this image, I see her so old.
Oh, she is
Oh my
growing
God,
like crazy.
I'm dying here.
Like she's, some days I see her more as a teen
yeah,
than a kid.
yeah.
It's
and
so
she's
weird. Yeah,
still,
'cause
like
she's-
this baby, but she's not.
Yeah,
So
exactly. She's not.
yeah, I know, but let's not say those things. I mean, there will be enough moments in my life where I'm reminded of that, but not for now. For now, let's not. But I like the openness. I'm gonna slowly pivot to something else, so I don't have to think about the emotions that a parent goes through when their kid is growing.
Yeah, and Liet was saying, yeah, she looks much older than in the drop you recently posted. And I was thinking about that too. I mean, when I saw the drop, I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like
Fer is growing
that
like
was Fer.
crazy.
That was-
2019.
that- yeah.
2018.
Late. Yeah, that was 2018, Fed.
Exactly, yeah.
That was 4 years ago, which sounds like nothing, but
Well, but in a kid's life,
oh my God,
that's like,
that is, yeah, but that was baby Fed,
yeah.
like baby Fed.
But I was even remembering when we were seeing the pictures of the trip we had with
Yeah.
Samu and Fer.
Oh,
it was 2019.
Yes,
Samu was a kid.
Samu was a baby.
Samu was like with the super sweet cheeks. I mean, like super squishy cheeks. He was like a kid.
Yeah.
And now you see him and he's
Oh,
like a
he's
teenager.
this ugly ass adult.
No,
Yeah.
no, I mean, I'm not saying he's
I'm
ugly.
kidding.
I'm just saying
I'm
he's
kidding.
a teenage. And it's so crazy to think it's 3 years. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, when I look at you in that pictures or when I look at me, I see the same person.
I see you a little bit older.
You
and
do?
I see myself. Yeah. I think
don't. I just
No,
think
no. I think you've. It's amazing. Like when I see pictures of you,
I'm old.
like you have, like you have such a youthful, manner to you and a youthful face. Like nature blessed you with this look that you feel like you were just born that age. Whatever age you are, but there's something to you that's pretty amazing.
I like that.
But because I know you and I love you, I also see how you've changed, and it's pretty amazing.
But I
It's
love
really,
you
really
and
amazing.
I see you the same.
Oh no, trust me.
No.
Like I look at myself, even like 2 years. I mean, pandemic happened, but I see myself like 2 years, and oof.
No.
I
No,
mean,
because I was going to say,
new,
I see
new
them.
pants being like the smallest of the issues, but yeah, like having to go one size up being the smallest of the issues. But just I know myself, like I see myself, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can see. Just I am full of life, but I also acknowledge when I'm just this fraction tired, like a little more tired, which is not bad at all. Like I'm guessing, like that's what time does.
Yeah, well, maybe
So
you
I'm
feel
super
that.
not afraid of that.
Yeah, you
but
feel that, but I have to say I don't see that. Like I see you and I see me
yeah.
and I see the same.
Well, we have changed, but I
Yeah,
think
but it's not
but
like
the most amazing thing
kids.
for the things that
How
matter.
kids change.
Oh no, yeah, though they might as well be other kids.
Exactly.
Like
exactly.
I kind of think that some other kids like got down from the bus,
yeah.
and
they
I just
changed
thought,
them.
okay, I guess
Yeah.
that's what Fer looks like now.
Yeah.
She did change grades. Like
Yeah.
she is changing. But no, I think for the two of us, I think we have changed. We have grown probably, and have grown accustomed to each other in the best of ways.
Mhm.
Throughout the years, for sure. And that one I'm super proud of. Like
Yeah, me
that
too.
that we are just super, like, as time goes by, that there's this weird way in which we are very strong, like stronger and stronger and stronger
Yeah, like
together.
solidifying
Yeah,
even
it's
more.
very-
which
I'm really not. I don't want to say shocked, but it's one of those things that I don't know. I just like I had never experienced that.
yeah,
So
me
for me,
neither.
it's really amazing that
yeah, for me too.
that's what a really cool relationship can do.
Yeah, like that. For example, well, at least in my case, I feel that it's not like time passes and you start to see like the cracks in the relationship. I don't feel that's happening in our
Yeah,
relationship.
cracks under my eyes for
Never,
sure.
never. I mean, I feel that we are even solidifying more as a
Yeah.
couple.
Yeah.
And we know each other very well.
This is too sappy. Should we be talking to like this to?
Well, I'm
like,
happy
with
to
other
talk
people?
like that because I'm
Okay.
very proud of our relationship.
Yeah. No.
I really love you and I really love the
I
relationship
suddenly
we have.
grew super uncomfortable.
But with that,
Yeah.
let's say goodbye. Thank you
Yeah.
everyone for joining us
Yes.
in a Friday.
Yeah.
We can see if maybe we can do it a little bit more often.
We would have to exchange
change a day. Yeah.
Thursdays for Fridays, maybe.
We could see.
Because doing Fridays again, like this is not, a lot of times, for example, Danny visits her parents or her little cousin.
Mhm.
So life. And one of the biggest lessons that we have had in our lives with our project is that for the project to be awesome, life has to be in balance.
Mhm.
It has to be. And whatever that means, it could be something as superficial as me playing a video game or me doing painting rewards
Or we
or-
wanting
or-
to go to
Yeah,
see a movie,
to a movie
whatever.
or Danny having an appointment or us doing, again, other stuff that's work related. So life is still very much life. So we sort of acknowledged that when we started doing the lives, and we said, yeah, maybe Friday can be our day to say, hey, I need to work on visual correspondence, or
I need to rest.
Yeah,
because we do need that too, and it's okay.
I don't know what that word means.
Yeah, but I mean, we should. But
yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, but I would like to be open to thinking that maybe we could change it sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's not going to be something that's going to happen every Friday, but we're also
We're gonna keep
not
you on your
saying
toes.
that what?
We're gonna keep everyone on their toes. And the only way you can know if it happens on a certain Friday is by ringing that bell.
And you know how you ring the bell?
You
if
click
you
on
subscribe.
it, I guess. Oh.
Because you have to subscribe to ring the bell.
Oh, there we go.
So please, if you want to, you can subscribe and ring the bell, and we'll see you here.
Yes, next week.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
we'll see you on Monday.
Bye.
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 No, wait.
Bye.
I'm in the wrong tab.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.